youngsters that come here and just don't do that. But I can see whenever I see like Wanda and all my peeps, all my friends in here acting out or not acting out, speaking out like that, then I don't have any room for tolerance for it, because I know they don't just say stuff to be saying stuff. It's something going on. You got them? Good, thank you. Mitzi's got them. Juana's got them. It's interesting. Hey, everybody. Welcome in. I've got a new orientation on my other streams on YouTube. I managed, what got me so late today is I was trying to manage how to get the portrait orientation on YouTube and Facebook because it was in that wide landscape, and I got it. I'm not using like YouTube. I know how to do it in YouTube. Hey, I know how to do it in YouTube in general, but I didn't know, hey, Jenny, how to do it on StreamYard that I'm using. I don't know. It might not be the best angle, but I'm getting closer. Every day we're making progress. Welcome in, everybody. I am Burn Beauty 2018. Hey, welcome, Jill. Hey, Jenny. Y'all come on in, please. It helps. I got to get the rest of my makeup off. It helps so much if you all come in and like and share and comment. It helps the algorithms distribute the live. And we always want the live distributed because this community is about beauty, makeup. I love it. It's my fave. But it's about diversity in beauty. It's about how we are all good enough, just like we are. And, makeup isn't a thing that a lot of times people confuse makeup and pride in how we look with like trying to hide something or change ourselves. No, makeup is makeup. If a classically beautiful girl puts on makeup, you're like, wow, that's so nice. But when somebody with a difference puts it on, you're like, oh, you're okay, just like you are. Well, of course I am, but I like makeup. I like hair, I like it doesn't, I guess what I'm saying is it doesn't change the transformative, beautiful nature of a thing just because you look different and use it differently. That's the point. So share 5 times, like, comment. Thank you for being in the room, Jenny. If you're on YouTube, bless you. YouTube and Facebook, bless you. I'm trying to build those platforms. Yep, I'm going to wear my new thingy. I got some new spa headbands. I don't have the best video angle. I'm still working on this camera angle, YouTube. Thank you for showing up over there. I'm pretty happy just to be in the portrait mode. I am Burn Beauty 2018, and I'm a 5-year burn survivor. And I do and always have loved makeup, and I'm really happy to be here doing it. I don't know how in the world at the age of 51 I ended up on social media doing makeup, and it's an amazing journey, to be here. Welcome in. It's amazing to be here, but you never know where life will take you, and you never know what things that you might think are a tragedy end up being your blessing. Because I feel like I'm getting to do something that I always wanted to do. And I never would have had I not gotten burned, which is crazy. Thank you. I am 51. I just turned 51. Let me get the rest of my makeup off. See how hard my makeup stays on? And I never get it off. I use squalane. I use a makeup wipe. It never get it off until I use micellar water. But that's because I'm so scared of getting stuff in my eye. Y'all know, I'm just not about my eye makeup removal because these don't close. And I went through so much with my eyes burning after I got home from the hospital and, just taking a shower at home. And you don't know. Nobody told me hey, your eyes don't close, which is kind of crazy. You would think somebody would say, but I guess they think but you don't know because when you close your eyes, you can't see yourself, right? And I didn't know, so I would just be washing and washing my face every day, and squeezing your eyes as tight as you can. Sorry, YouTube, squeezing my eyes as tight as I could, and it would just be burning. And I had this medicated shampoo, super heavy ketoconazole, because I had a scalp fungal infection. Can you imagine how that burned? Like every day until I was told, oh, it'll be better once you get your eyes closed. I was like, that was maybe a few weeks after I got home from the hospital. And that was the moment that I realized I really still did not understand the severity of what had happened. I'm not using my micellar water. I used that. I picked up my toner by mistake. Micellar water takes off makeup. This has skin products in it. Everybody who's here, story time is pinned, and we're going to chat. But if you notice, this live is about makeup. And what's interesting about that is everybody wants to know like what happened. I'll do some short story. I have a video pinned on TikTok, and if you're on YouTube, my first video I ever made is a long explanation. And there's story times everywhere. On YouTube, there's also an episode of Shake My Beauty, which I love. And welcome in. Hey, Keisha. I'm still trying to work out moderators and stuff. Thank y'all YouTubers for showing up. I love y'all. I love y'all TikTokers. I love y'all. I love everybody who's liking and showing up. I feel emotional today. Um, I don't know what it was. Sometimes I'll just be like watching videos and I'll just get, you're just watching a video. Y'all ever get that? And it's like not me crying about like a cow eating or I don't know. I mean, it's like I feel so emotional. Anyway, thank you all. But you'll notice we can't go around constantly explaining why we're different. And I mean, there's no price. There's no toll to be paid to do makeup. Hey, there's no toll to be paid to do makeup. And because you look different does not mean you have to constantly stop and say why you're different. Now, with that being said, I'm Burn Beauty, so I'm a burn survivor, and I do love representing the burn community and letting other people know who might be in my situation, letting them know that they can make it, that it's, okay. So I love both. You just can't expect people who are just living their life to stop and relive a trauma. So that's something I've been working really hard to get people to understand, that our curiosity does not trump someone's right to privacy, or just not to be made to stand out because they look different. Hey, God King, peace. Be sure to follow. If you stop through, follow. It helps. Hey, Abigail. You have the same micellar water in France and have the same micellar water because it's Garnier. And I just started using the Garnier Skin Active micellar water because it's an all-in-one cleanser. And micellar technology, I can't explain my cells to y'all. That's a little bit too much for me, but it attaches and, removes the makeup, right? Removes color and oil. It takes away, dirt, oil, makeup, all the things. But this has some skin, like it removes makeup, cleanses, and soothes. So it's got some, I don't know, it's just really good. So anything that I can ever use that has any sort of skincare benefit, I use it, because why wouldn't you? Your makeup remover should have skincare. Your primer should have skincare. Your foundation should have skincare. Your blush should have skincare. I so hope to one day just have a whole company about skincare. I mean, there's plenty of companies right now. Ciate London is a big company that has built-in skincare. Ciate London, one of my favorites, with built-in skincare. It's so important, especially, because I don't use anything particular for being a burn survivor. Everything I use, I'd be using it just because I'm 51 years old or 40 years old or whatever years old. Same makeup. There's not a line of makeup for, oh, so you got burned, There's not one. Y'all, thank you, Goddess. Y'all welcome. Please follow. Is it a good one? I like it. I just started using it, and I think it's cool that somebody in over here on Facebook has the same micellar water as me in France, and it's Garnier, so it's not a joke. They're not just using a fancy French name. Oh, just name. Thank you for the galaxy. Y'all have been awesome. I'm still. Y'all are so patient with me about this camera angle. I've been working on it. It's like my fifth live stream, I think. I love y'all where I'm trying to get everything right. Sometimes I didn't grow up with social media. So things that seem pretty basic for a lot of you, for me, are like, you know, quantum physics. It's like, how does that work again? Let's do some contour today. I was looking at myself. We all do this. I was looking, I was like, I'm just so wide to the jaw. And what it is, I had a lot of burns right here through my neck and chest and everything. So this right here is not, like you have bone here, your jawline. A lot of mine, if you look, it's missing. I have fourth degree burns, which means you lose some tissue with it. Not all fourth degree. Some are third degree where you've just lost the skin, and some are fourth. And oh yeah, the Garnier, the blue is what I had, and it takes off the eye makeup easy. Look, I still didn't get it though. It takes it off easy, and that's why I use micellar water, because I'm so scared of burning my eyes, and it's like a makeup magnet, and it doesn't burn. But yeah, so I've got like this. It's very padded right here. They've just put like thicker skin, and it's kind of fat. When I look at it, it's just like, it's not the way my face used to look. So let's play with contour. I mean, I'm good with how I am, but that's what makeup does. You want to change an angle, you want to change a shadow, that's what makeup does. So, and we can completely restructure our face and things. I don't do special effects makeup. Thank you, Stephanie. But we can completely change our look with makeup. So I thought I'd play with some today. Yes, hey, Row Reverse, there are pin videos of story time. There certainly are. And we're doing makeup. Y'all come by, be sure to follow, because the reason everyone is shocked and asking for story time instead of asking about contour is because there's not enough representation of people that look like me in the media. And any group needs representation. Any group needs that. And once we change it, now we have an opportunity to change that with social media. So, when people are seeing it now, it's like, oh, what's going on? What's happening? Because we're not used to it. But this needs to be the norm. People that, I mean, I suspect people would be asking questions even if I didn't have burns, if I just had um, I don't know, if I just looked different, because facial differences don't have to come from um, injuries or disorders or anything of the sort. We see it all the time when someone, has a larger nose or larger eyes or whatever. There's a certain stigma that attaches. And it was a lot for me to learn because I grew up not in that situation, not understanding that. I never would pick on anybody for how they looked, though. A fourth degree burn, for those asking, a third degree burn destroys all the layers of skin, so it cannot heal. Like a second degree burn, a first degree burn is a sunburn, right? It hurts already. A sunburn hurts. A second degree burn is a burn, it blisters, right? You get a blister, but it heals. It can heal. A third degree burn, every layer of skin is destroyed and it's not going to heal. It just has to be removed and replaced with a graft, which is what mine is. All my skin here, this is skin, this is my leg, and this is my tummy, and this is my abdomen, this is my thigh, all this skin. And you can kind of see where the seams are. It's amazing that there's no raised scars, but I had an amazing surgeon who passed away about a year ago, Dr. Ingram at Grady Memorial Hospital in Atlanta, which is just like, I'm only alive because I'm in Atlanta and went to them because my injuries were severe. Um, So the fourth degree burn destroys all the skin and some underlying tissue. Sometimes it's bone, muscle, fat, whatever. If you get an amputation, it's fourth degree most of the time. Now there's degrees actually above fourth degree, but I think they're only diagnosed on autopsy. So above fourth degree usually is not survivable. Um, just because of blood loss and things like that. I think when you go above it, it's that. But so I lost like my right shoulder here. You see my left shoulder, how even it is? And then the right one slopes down and my strap is constantly falling off because all this tissue is lost. These used to be even, but all this is gone now. And a lot of my chat in here, but fortunately I've still got the muscle and it still works. Unfortunately, my hand is numb and it's been numb ever since I woke up from the coma. Not the whole hand. You know, I'm right-handed. You can tell how this finger is kind of sort of getting, I don't know what you call it. The joint is getting kind of swollen. It looks all arthritic. I haven't felt that finger fully since before I was burned 5 years ago. So these two fingers, this part of my hand all the way over is numb, and it took me a very long time to be able to hold my makeup brushes again. So I have a million makeup brushes because I wanted to do my makeup so badly that I would just sit and I would drop my brush and I would pick up a new brush. And I couldn't bend over and pick them up. I couldn't bend over and pick my brush up off the floor without like falling, losing my balance. So I would do my makeup and I would use a brush and then I drop a brush and and I'd pick up the same brush and have a duplicate. And then my caretaker, Miriam, who I still have, would come, hey Canada, would come and thank you, Rodney, would come and pick them all up at the end, right? And I'd be done with my makeup and she'd pick up all these brushes and there'd be, 30 brushes on the floor. And I would do my makeup every day and I wasn't going anywhere. I wasn't posting on social media. Thank you all for the gifts. Thank you all. I wasn't going anywhere. I just wanted to do my makeup. I'd get up early in the morning. Shower time was at night because shower time took so long. Hello, Galicia. Hey, Olivia. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Y'all are going crazy. Y'all showing up and showing out today. Everybody's everywhere. I love y'all everywhere. I don't see very well. Thank you. Olivia. I'm going to put these special contacts in so I can see a little bit better. Over here on TikTok, please join the team. It's the battle every day is getting the content to be circulated, getting it to be shown instead of hidden. And no, I'm not the lady runner. The lady runner that got burned is Taraya Pitt. Taraya Pitt is Australian. Taraya's very, very sweet. She's an ultra marathoner. I'm Burn Beauty 2018. I'm in the US. Thank you all. Join that team. All those hearts. Join the team. Um, Taraya was running an ultra marathon and got caught in a brush fire and severely burned, and she's absolutely amazing. There's Taraya Pitt. This contact is going to hold saline solution against my eye so it doesn't dry out because I don't want to lose my vision. My vision was damaged a good deal in the fire because even my eyelids have even been replaced. But fortunately, I'm not blind, but these contacts prevent them from getting too dry, which would still threaten my vision. I've been through a lot and survived a lot, but I would not do well with losing my vision because I like pretty things. Thank you, Tanya. Oh, no, sorry. She's real sweet. Taraya's sweet. I'm just happy that people even know. It's like, I think it's great. Thank you for asking about Taraya. I think it's great that we have some recognition. Oh, y'all are working hard over here. Thank y'all, everybody who's fielding those questions. Y'all know what's going on. TikTok is my biggest live stream platform. It's where I learned to live stream and where I got the confidence to do it everywhere because I was really scared. You're really putting yourself out there, and the trolls and the comments are kind of terrible, right? I mean, they're kind of terrible. The people are great, good people, but you know, the comments are just a lot. Thank you, Wanda. So I had to work my way up to being able to stream this. But the comments over here are just going crazy because none of the questions are about, hey, what kind of contour are you doing? Or, hey, that's a nice headband. Or, hey, what are you doing with that? The questions are always about why I look this way, and that's a lot. I told a story yesterday about how I went out. I went to Hobby Lobby the other night, and it was the first time I'd been out, like in a store, just walking by myself. I was getting a picture framed, right? I don't go out a lot. I shop online. I take my dog to the park every day. But I haven't been to Sephora. I haven't been to Target. I haven't done any of that. Um, he's good now. Dipped in dark crimson. He's good. Oh yeah, yeah. I'll give you. We'll do something in a minute, Mummy and Mila. I do have a longer over here on YouTube. There's a longer story time pin. I need to pin a shorter or put a shorter one up. Now that I think about it. Hold on a minute, y'all. Let's get this in because there's so many people. Today I'm watching it. Okay, now I can see y'all a little better. Whew, Lord have mercy. No, thank you. Yeah, it discouraged me because you know we're human, and it's like I was 45 when I got burned. I'm gonna do a little bit of story time while I get prepped because there's so many people in the room, and I see how hard my crew is working to field those answers over here. Over here it's real calm and chill, but over here it's going a little bit cray cray. So let me field that a little bit. I got burned when I was 45. And I was, my time here, just by the way, for everyone, it is 3:31 Eastern Daylight Time. I'm in Atlanta, Georgia, and I'll be live until 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I got burned. Thank you, Jackson. Thank y'all, everybody. So I got burned uh, 5 years ago. Oh, Dipped in Dark Crimson says, what am I looking forward to in my future? Um, I want to build like a legacy that leaves behind. I don't know. I'd love to have a makeup company with skincare or just be able to help people around the world, be known for that. And I'll tell you because when I thought I was dying, you know, laying on a driveway, burning, I didn't see my life flash before my eyes. I saw like all the things I hadn't done yet. And that's how I knew it wasn't done, but I don't ever want that to happen again. None of us get out alive, so I want to leave. I want to leave a legacy. When I say I want to build an empire, I really want to build an empire. And that's not all about like money, it's about a legacy, a memory. Maybe I would like to think that I can be now remembered as one of the people who helped change the stigma of facial differences. So welcome in. I'm Burn Beauty 2018. I'm going to do a little skin treatment while I talk before I start so I don't have to stop. Thank you, everybody. Y'all are awesome. We got a good crowd everywhere today. I'm so grateful for y'all. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. Like and share. Let me show you something that I'm going to use while I do a few minutes of story time today before we do contour. And this is the thing I've been using. It is a, thank you. Oh, everybody's commenting. Oh my gosh. Thank you all for the comments. If I stop and I say like, oh, thank you for the gift, Rachel. If I stop and I comment on everyone, I'll just be like saying like, you know, like, thank you, thank you. So I don't want to do that. I want to be able to give you some like content. So if I don't respond, please don't take offense. It's just, it's hard to see and it's hard to flow. First, Nuovolus Mini, Microcurrent and Red Light. My face is looking so much better. I was gifted this thing and I'm obsessed with it. I've been using it 2 months and it like tightens your skin. It comes like you have to use this silver conductive gel. I didn't know anything about this until I got it. I mean, I heard a red light. I just didn't know it worked this well. And it's just tightening and brightening and stuff. So Hey, Wanda. Dang. Yeah. Someone just said dying is special. I felt the pain melt away. I always say that it felt like my soul just left my body, and I guess it did. All the pain stops. I didn't die. Well, I think I went into respiratory arrest a few times, but I don't remember that. I just was in a coma. So I got burned. Okay, everybody watching though, TikTok showcase, new Evolution Mini, $49. Don't buy this anywhere else, even if you're not on TikTok. They have it on sale, like $150 cheaper. And it works so well. It tightens the skin and everything. Man, y'all don't know how good I look. I'm looking like slayage. I never thought these skin grafts could heal this much. They were all patterned like this, like textured, and now it's smooth, so it's a blessing. Anyway, I was, I was 45 years old, and it was me and my husband out. It was a week before Christmas, and we're just chilling out by the fire pit. Like on a patio, fire pit. Hey, good evening, Marla. And we were out there, and um, we were having a good time. We would sit outside because we're both smokers, and that made my eye twitch. It's got electricity in it. It doesn't hurt, but I could feel it, like hit that. Trying to get rid of this has helped the bags under my eyes, if y'all are wondering what I'm doing. And the bags are just part of the reconstruction. It's not because I'm tired. So we would sit outside because we're smokers and, just have some wine. And if you're drinking wine and you're a smoker, then you're smoking. So we've been doing that all night. Not all night. I think it was about 7:30 or 8. My kids had just moved out within the past month before. And thank you, Martha. Had just moved out, and my daughter came by because she was picking up some of her just stuff to take to her apartment. And so she came by and she said, Mom, thank you, Jackson. Mom, be sure to join the team, Jackson. She said, Mom, I can hear you laughing all the way from the street. I was like, well, I just remember laughing about that because we live up like a really steep hill. Thank you for the rose. We live up really high. So if I'm laughing like that, I'm being pretty loud. And I thought it was funny, but that's like the last thing I remember hearing that was happy. It was like 30 minutes later, I'm on fire. And that's 100% right. I went back and I looked at some of my medical records the other day. And I would say that was around 7:30, and I'd set out some steaks that I was going to cook because the fire pit, you could cook on it too. You could add this grate. Thank you, sweetheart. You could add a grate to it at the end of the night, like treat it like a charcoal grill. And we would always do that. So I was going to make the steaks. My daughter came by, pardon me, and I put you know, I set the steaks out to rest. When I went back in to get them and came back out, I reached out to put them on. Thank you. Reached out to put them on, and I felt liquid right here. And I immediately knew it was lighter fluid. I knew what it was. Because we do it all the time. I've seen it. We've been doing this for 15 years with the fire pit. I had bought that fire pit. Thanks for joining the team, Joel. I had bought the fire pit a year before for Christmas. And, oh, thank you. Thank you. That means a lot. Dipped in dark crimson. She said she's just listening to take in my thoughts and live and embrace the legacy. That's awesome. You know what? When you put it that way, it occurs to me. That's why I tell my story. Even though it's challenging, that's why I do it. You just really clarified that for me. I had to learn to do it, though. I mean, when they say don't try this at home, don't. It takes a lot to not spiral out of control with it. It took a lot to get here. And that's why I don't always do it anymore. Not anymore. Just if you can, you do. Mm-mm. We are on beauty standard. All right, so we did this. I love this. I use it every day. Highly recommend it. Over here on TikTok, TikTok Shop Showcase, new Overloose Mini. You guys You can look up Nuovalu's Mini, but please don't pay full price for it. It's on sale for $49 on over here. I'm gonna put that away. We're gonna throw on some. I've been using the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer. Thank you. And it has a lot of hyaluronic acid in it. And that conductive gel that I use has hyaluronic acid. So I'm saving my regular hyaluronic acid serum that I always use, that I believe smooths my skin out. I'm saving that for nighttime. The Milk Makeup Primer, if you put too much hyaluronic acid, it is going to pill. Gonna pill. Not on me, but on you. On me, this skin can absorb anything. But on y'all, it's going to be an issue. So when I felt that liquid, I just thought, you know, oh, you're like, uh-oh. And, you know, but you can't even finish that thought. It's almost empty. This is some caffeine by the Ordinary Company. And caffeine, Ordinary Company. Ordinary caffeine takes away puffiness. And like when you see people put tea bags on their eyes, that's why. Oh, yeah, crafty. Yeah, I bet so. Hey, Julian. Someone over here just said, and something that happened 18 years ago, but the PTSD still paralyzes them. I get it. I get it. It took a lot. And there's still days where you'll see me. I will start to talk here and just stop. And there's been days where I just stop, where I'll lose my thought and I can't even like do makeup. That's what happens. But you know, when it happens, I just don't do it, period. Just don't do it anymore. Don't push it. Don't push it. Not worth all that. You got to take care of you. Oh, this little thing, I use it. Everything I use is cold. This is an under eye reviver by Real Techniques. I think you can, see in my eye. You can, I don't know where you get them. I got it as part of, I think, like at Ulta with part of the brush set. And it's just cold metal. And anytime you use that, it can help take away puffiness. Mine is in a mini fridge. Everything I use is designed to try to take down some of this puffiness before I get going. I ran, you know, when I felt the liquid, the fire immediately connected. It was just like you would think it would be. Like if you had lighter fluid dripping off of you and then a big a fire right there and it just connects and, you know. Oh no, I haven't tried that, Keisha. I mean, I've heard of it, but I haven't tried it. I bet it has caffeine. Peter Thomas Roth. He needs to send me some. So, kidding. I try anything just to get these down. I try so much. The Kapari under eye cream works well too. Kapari Eye Bright has niacinamide and caffeine. It works really well. I am so hot right now. Skin grafts don't sweat, just in case y'all wonder. So I'm going to start sweating at weird places. Oh, really? Good to see you here. Everybody, y'all remember, all you TikTokers, remember to follow YouTube as well. This is Natural Moisturizing Factors by The Ordinary Company. Again, and this is just a super duper moisturizer. And moisture is everything to these skin grafts. I find they're uncomfortable. They're tight. They hurt. Even if you're not at all concerned about aesthetics, they hurt. You've got to keep them moisturized. In the beginning, you keep cocoa butter all over you all day, every day, 3 times a day, cocoa butter. And it helps a lot. My little headband, I'm going to put on a different headband. I got a cuter one. Diva's out. So, you know, it was like you would think it would be. It was explosive. It's like a big poof of fire. Sorry about that. Big puff of fire. And I ran because I felt the heat. I just saw like orange and yellow. That's all I can remember. I remember feeling the heat like right here because this arm took the burn worse. Um, I'll tell you in just a minute, mommy. I'll tell you about that because a little bit. Okay, nobody's dramatic here. I don't care what y'all think. That is just so cute. Then my spot hit then. I'm put this absorbs. This is absorbent, and my scalp is sweating. It's all to wonder why I'm so like. Why is she that way? I'm trying to solve a problem and be like real cute at the same time because the sweat is ridiculous. And I have to put on a wig at the end. So when I ran, when I ran, I got to my driveway and I remembered, okay, no, stop, drop, and roll, right? Stop, drop, and roll. Oh God, sorry. Stop, drop, and roll. And I did, but I didn't go out. I didn't go out. And I didn't know that that was because if you have accelerant on you, then stop, drop, and roll is not likely to work. I mean, it can, but it's not really likely. I only know one person for whom it worked that had, you know, if you've got gasoline or lighter fluid or kerosene, that's what I mean by accelerant. Anything that burns on you, then it doesn't work. And it didn't. I was rolling, I wasn't going out. And I thought, this is how I died. This is how I died, is the thought I remember having, laying on the ground, like laying on my driveway on fire. Because the fire is so much more than you would think. That accelerant, the way that lighter fluid connects, the way it connects when you have on, I had on like a fleece hoodie and like polyester fleece. It makes me cringe when I say polyester fleece. That's why my arms took so much damage. And no, I don't have any trouble finding makeup. I'm gonna show you. Estee Lauder is my fave. I don't use any special makeup. At first, I used to use Derma Blend, and it's a great product. I still like to use it sometimes. Let's put some Milk makeup on while I talk. I hope I can see all the questions. I'm trying to like engage and chat and do a little story time, and y'all just bear with me. If I don't see you, I'm just so sorry. It's a challenging. It's a challenging. I like to use this little e.l.f. brush that they use for the putty primer. This is my favorite primer brush for any kind of primer. And this is the Milk Makeup Hydro, what's it called? Hydro Grip Primer. And it has a lot of hyaluronic acid in it. Now, it's not as sticky grippy as like e.l.f. Power Grip, but it's got this amazing level of skincare. Oh, I just love it. So I really think that this is a big winner for mature skin or dry skin. I don't know. Um, Definitely not too much moisturizer under it. Layering products here is going to be important because this is really probably the most skincare I have found in a product. Hey, Renee, good to see you. So I wasn't going out. Y'all will notice sometimes I'll stop and talk about products and kind of take a breath. And that's just what I need to do, you know? Y'all remember that. You need to take a breath, take a breath. Ooh, I love this stuff. It feels so good. I just love it. My makeup looks pretty too with it. I'm going to use my Estee Lauder today because, again, I'm still filming some content. I like the It Cosmetics, but I don't know if I'm married to it. You know, I got some new It Cosmetics CC cream, and I like it a lot, but I think that's going to be more of a, hey, Steph Cat, it's going to be more of a, it's a little bit heavier, and I think I would prefer to wear it on a day where I don't really feel like doing a lot of concealer. You know what I mean? Like, that's a special day. I'm going to use my Coty Airspun again. So happy to have my old school setting powder. Maybe I will. I might not. Anyway, let me get some Estee Lauder Double Wear and get this on. I'm not going to color correct or anything. Yeah, that Milk makeup is boss. The Milk makeup Hydro Grip Primer. I know my images are reversed. Oh, I know that number 7 is good. I know my images are reversed, but I'm using my camera as a mirror, so it has to be reversed. Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer. I'm pretty sure it's in the TikTok shop, and for y'all, it's definitely in my LTK shop. There should be a link if you're watching over here where you can follow my LTK shop, which is a shop where we post all our looks. My LTK and Amazon is definitely there, and I think it's in TikTok too. It's an excellent, I just love it. I've been using it a few days, right? But I just like the way my skin feels with it. And it is tacky. That number 7 is nice. Thank you. Definitely. Y'all be sure to like and share if you can. I appreciate y'all so much. You know, we went from 10 people over here to 30 people, and we'll keep growing. How do you eat an elephant? All right, one bite at a time. One bite at a time. I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna use my sponge, which is damp-ish, and some NYX Bear With Me. It's a prep and prime spray. Prime, Set, Refresh, Bear With Me by NYX. I really like this on my sponge. It's so clear you can't even see it, right? NYX Bear With Me. And this I like. You can refresh your whole face with it if you need to. Or dampen it if you need to. But it works really well on your sponge. And we're going to build this Estee Lauder Double Wear. I really need to adjust the color. What is the red on my hand? What is that? Did I cut myself? Did y'all see that? Did I cut myself again? That's frustrating. So I have the ability to cut myself without knowing. I don't even feel it sometimes. I'm grafted over here and it's thick and I will hurt myself and not know. I just saw red on my hand. I don't even know where it hurts. Isn't that crazy? I don't know where it hurts. I don't want it to get anywhere. Why are you so confused, Adriana? You won't be confused when you leave. That number 7, I used to wear that number 7. That was good. Thank you, RHF. I appreciate y'all over there helping me build up the YouTube. It's super important. And following my LTK shop is so important. It's like, how could me, the lady that everybody is like, oh my God, look at you. I've got a shop. I've got an online boutique, and I'm proud of it. I earned it. Anyway, we're going to put on this Rich Ginger by Estee Lauder Double Wear. Double Wear Stay in Place. This stuff never settles into my creases, into all my texture, and it wears all day, so I really love it. It's my favorite for sure. I like Lancome as well, but this has sort of a different it hits kind of different. You do have to build it to full coverage though. It's medium coverage and we're going to build to full. My sponge actually isn't wet enough. We'll get it in a minute. If your sponge is dry, it's going to take your same spray. It's going to take your product. Same stuff on the brush. And we're just going to stipple it in. I am so yellow. I've got to work this out. This was a beautiful color match for me like a month ago, and now it's not. So it changes. So when I rolled and I thought, this is how I died, that was it. The flames were big and it was so hot. At that point, you're not feeling pain. Thank you, Title Gift. Thank y'all for the gifts. You're not feeling pain anymore because the nerve endings burn off very, very quickly. Hi, Karana. And of course, I didn't know that. You're not really aware. It's like you don't know. It's like, oh, hey, I'm not hurting because I'm really severely burned now. It's just like, you don't know what's happening. All I knew was, I don't think this is survivable. I don't think it's survivable. And this is how I died. And I started to pray, because it was all I knew to do. If it happened again, I would do the same thing again. Just started saying the Lord's Prayer. And thank you, everybody's in the room. Started to say the Lord's Prayer, and I don't know if I was saying that out loud. I always think that the reason I still have my vision is because I started to pray and I must have closed my eyes. Because, my eyelids got replaced and my eyes, still have vision. So I always think that that's why. Maybe not, but I always think it is. Hey, Karunji. How you doing, girl? Uganda's in the house on Facebook. How you doing, sis? First person I ever interviewed on a podcast just came into the room. That's amazing. So I got halfway through, or I don't know if it was halfway, but as I got through, I thought, man, I just thought, wait a minute, and I said, is this really how I'm supposed to die? And I said it out loud. Apparently, I didn't know I was talking out loud, but I was. And I said, God, is this really how I'm supposed to die? And, it's like I'm 45 years old and I'm laying on my driveway, burning alive. And he answered, but it was my husband's voice that I heard. He said, I've got you, baby. I've got you. I did not even know. When I think back on it, I don't think I knew that I was talking out loud. I don't know if I was, because for me, it was just like asking, you know, is this really how it's supposed to happen? And then getting the answer, no. And my husband, he was putting me out with his jacket, because when you've got the accelerant, the rolling doesn't work. You really have to, definitely, you have to um, smother it, like suffocate it, or use water. If you're by yourself and you're in this situation, you got to find water to save your life. You got to stay alive. Yeah, he said that, but I thought it was like, for me, it was like that's the word of God. Yeah, I've got you. I've got you. Well, it's like, God, is this it? And he said no. And he's putting me out. My husband's putting me out. I don't even feel him because the nerve endings are already, they're destroyed. I'm not feeling things the way you feel it. And hey, Savannah, Georgia, everybody's in the house. Look at, we getting down today. The algorithms are starting to algorithm. I'm real proud. It's scary though. There's a lot of streams running right now, and yeah, it's scary. It's really, especially when you're doing makeup and story timing. Story time. There's so many things that can go wrong. You gotta roll with it, because things don't always go right. And that's just a piece of advice for anybody else trying to do it. Just roll with it. It's no big deal. It's just makeup. It's just a live stream. You could have a much worse day. So he put me out. My husband put me out, and I jumped up. Yeah, beauty is definitely on the inside, Willowbrook. Somebody just said one thing I've learned. In Europe, Karana, I'm in Atlanta, Georgia. We'll do our whole thing that we do at 5 p.m. Eastern time. We do a whole thing to find out where everybody is, because it's so hard to get positivity to feed, to trend. Everything is a trend, and we're doing something a little different here. It's not trendy. It's not in vogue. It's challenging. All right, let's build. Y'all notice I keep spraying my sponge while I'm just kind of, when you're building, you're just putting more foundation where you need it. My sponge is too dry. Oh my, oh. Y'all ever have that moment where you like lose hearing? Is that tinnitus? I think that's a stress reaction. Like my right ear just went out. Oh. The hearing just completely lost it. Left. It's a stress reaction. when my husband, he put me out, I felt the heat stop. That's the only way that I knew I was out because I wasn't feeling the pain. I was, you're like smelling hair and flesh burning. Smells terrible. That's what I remember most. But as soon as he put me out, I jumped up off that ground. I don't know how, because I had third and fourth degree burns to the upper 35% of my body. So my entire face. And thank y'all, everybody over there on TikTok. The more I talk, the more questions. I don't get it. So everybody, listen, 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 listen before you speak. Listen. Ooh, I gotta get this on. I love the way it finishes. And I love that it never does settle into all these lines and texture that I have. Oh, my eyebrows are glued on, so I'm constantly just cleaning the makeup out of them. These are eyebrow wigs. I don't sell them or link them at all, but you can search. Lots of places make eyebrow wigs, and you just glue them on. I have some YouTube videos about them. Great for alopecia. I have no brow at all. Tattoos didn't work for me, if you're wondering. I tried to get it tattooed and it faded away because they don't know how deep to tattoo. I don't have any of my facial skin left except my bottom lip. Thank you. I love this. This is 5 Neutral 1 Rich Ginger in Estee Lauder double wear. It is my favoritist. My favoritist. I just went, I consistently go too high up with my foundation. I do not want foundation here, but every time I'm doing it and talking, I always put it all the way up. I'm trying to avoid creasing, and the more layers of product you put, the more creases you get, but we're just going to pretend it didn't happen and just roll with it. Just make it work. I think we are going to use the Coty Airspun again. I love this stuff. I have not used this since, I don't know when. I used to use it, buckets of it growing up. You can still get it. Coty Airspun translucent powder. This is the extra coverage. I think I prefer the regular, but I'm not going to throw it away. The smell just sends me. I'm telling you, every time I smell this, I think of pink oil lotion and Lotta Body. These are good times. So 3rd and 4th degree burns. Hey, Denise. Denise, that's your last name. I was trying to find you. Trying to remember your last name. Pretty gray hair. To be a moderator. Even though it's a lot more chill over here. Thank you, everybody. Everybody wants to smile. Thank you for being here. You love it too. Oh, you love the Coty. Oh, it's just good stuff. We're not ready for powder yet, though. I haven't done my under eyes concealer. We're going to try to smooth it out as much as we can, being that I do have these. This is like a lower eye lift that you would get because they needed to close my eyes and everything had been reconstructed, but my eyes weren't closing. So they had to go back in and cut this skin away and put new. And I got a new surgeon on that round and, just left these bags. He didn't do it right. It's like, and my lower lid is turning out. I wouldn't do it again, though. I don't want to go back and fix it. So, yeah, I jumped up and I ran because I was so scared of what I looked like. I'd always been the pretty girl. The pretty girl. I always wanted to be the smart girl, right? But I'd always been the pretty girl. Hold on a minute. This is Fiate London. And I'm trying to decide. Yep, under eye perfection. So this has some hyaluronic acid in it, and it's an under eye. Ciate London sent me this, and I have not often used it. I've been trying different things on my under eye for a couple of weeks just to try to like reconcile the best way to do it. Ciate London, Ciate, Ciate. Got to go. Fun. Thank you for being here, Dark Crimson. There's more story. Come check me out later and watch my video with the whole story. Takes me a while to get through it. Thank you for being here, and thank you for what you said. It meant something. Look, I need a fluffier brush, but you know, I've always been the pretty girl, and there I am. You know, I knew I'd been breathing fire. You know, look, I don't have nostrils. So I knew, you know, I've been trying to get breaths of fresh air and not getting them. And I knew it was bad in my mind, so I ran back in the house. And, oh, cool. Thank you. So I ran back in the house, and, you know, I wanted to see the mirror at the back door that I always use to look, you know, that mirror you look at before you leave, you know, before you walk out of the house. I ran back to that, really just running right back where, right back by the fire pit, back by everything, you know, and just trying to get to that mirror. And I got there, and when I looked in the mirror, I thought that I was just like a little bit red, right? My mind didn't show me everything. It's like I think I needed to be protected because I was in a position where I was going to need to fight for my life, and I'm not sure I would have fought that hard if I'd known my whole face was just gone, just you know, not ever going to be the same. And that might sound, you know, some people always say, no, it's not. You know, it's your face. It's not. You don't know until you feel it. I'm glad, though. I mean, I'm glad that I didn't see that so that I could fight through because I am perfectly happy with my new face. And yeah, it hurts a lot. Hold on, Shakira's hips line. I don't think that the piercing above your lip hurts as much, but mine is this is a skin graft. It's like that thick. So it doesn't feel good, but it's like a nose piercing. I'm trying to go up. This isn't a lot lighter, but if you notice, you can see it when you do just a little bit of lighter. It does like a little bit of a lift. Thank you, Renata. I like to do this because it just gives a lifted look, and we all want that no matter what, no matter the age, nothing to do with burns. Lift it up. Lift it, snatch it. Hey, Crystal. That Ciate London, that's really, really smooth. It's an under eye bright cream, and I really like that. It's not really a concealer. It's kind of it's like a cream pot. I'm looking at it because I'm perplexed by it. And they have good products. Yep, under eye brightener. I'm in medium. Let's put some powder on it, see what happens. The one thing that's important when you're trying to set the under eye without it creasing and you've got, you know, creases like I do, is for me, it's putting the powder on immediately and using a damp sponge. This powder is so much lighter. The Coty is so much lighter that it scares me because I've been using Lunar Beauty medium powder, so this scares me every time I put it on. Like, oh, I'm just gonna leave it. I'm gonna stand on business. Just leave it. We'll see what happens under there. I'm using Coty Airspun because oh yeah. Oh boy. Oh boy, how's it gonna work out today? Every day is an adventure in makeup. Every day is a burn survivor makeup adventure. I'm just going to go with it. If you're a little confused, just commit to it and go. We'll dust that away. I'm sure it'll be fine. Having a good time today. Thank y'all for being here. Makeup helps me relax. It always has, because I've been playing with it since I was just a real little girl. And oh, thank you, Jessica. I'm glad you started taking pictures. Nice to see you. I'm happy for everybody hanging out. And I don't spend 3 hours doing my makeup every day. I do it when I do, just before I finish talking, like I don't do 3 hours of makeup like on a regular day. I could do makeup for the red carpet in an hour and a half. Well, that didn't include eyeshadow, but I wanted to go like with the contour dye when I did the red carpet and a red lip. But on a regular day, you're way under an hour on makeup. 30 minutes. I used to get ready to go to work as a paralegal in 20 or 30 minutes. I didn't have time to play with that. Brown eyeshadow, thick eyeliner, red lip, some blush. Boom. I had a different face, but you know, that is what it is. I'm going to use, I don't think I have any other, oh, maybe I do. Hold on. Tarte Shape Tape. Tarte Shape Tape concealer. No, I don't know what color it is, and my eyes are really bad. It's actually worn off, but it's this color, and it's Tarte Shape Tape concealer. I'm kind of pulling away. I don't know. I'm having some kind of love-hate with e.l.f. I know everybody's going to be like, oh my gosh, we love the e.l.f. I don't know. I'm not, my jury is out on camo concealer. A little dry. So you don't need a lot, clearly. I don't need a lot going on here. And I'm just going to use, today, I'm just going to use some concealer as base. I don't even know if I want eyeshadow today, honestly, because I have a look in mind. I think I want a red lip, maybe a little bit of brown eyeshadow or something, and a red lip. Nothing big. I just want kind of that clean, pretty look. Now, let's tap it in. The Tarte Shape Tape, just a big fluffy brush, works really, really well. Just to dab it on, because I don't want to thin this out at all. So I went, when I'm looking in the house, I'm seeing like my face is a little bit red, but it's not, because 3rd-degree burn means that you're burned so badly it can't heal. So thank you, Sarah. It means, you're really burned. Thank you. And so my face wasn't red, but my mind thought it was. And I was like, well, saying my husband, I think I need to go to the hospital in the morning, or I think I need to go see the doctor in the morning. I really thought like, oh, okay, I almost burned to death. I was praying. Your mind's not right at that point. You're kind of in shock. Because at one moment, I know I'm dying and I'm saying the Lord's Prayer and just getting right with God. And then as soon as the fire goes out, I'm like, oh, close call. I made it, and that's the way my head was working. And I would have laid down and gone to bed and just died, really, because I was confused. But of course, he said, no, I've called 911. And that Shape Tape is blotchy too. You see that? Very blotchy. Sometimes the cameras make it look different, but that's pretty blotchy. That's pretty blotchy. NYX, bear with me. I'm just putting it on everything today, all my brushes and sponges and everything, to get this tapped out pretty quickly. So he called 911, and I don't know what I was thinking in the moment. I was just kind of like, well, okay. And, when they got here, I was really telling my story like, I was standing up talking to them like I'm talking to y'all right now. Just the adrenaline pumping. The adrenaline was holding me up. And those guys, they were looking at me. They had the worst, not the worst, just the most unusual look on their faces, and that I'd never seen before. And now, thinking about it, it was horror. You know, they were probably thinking, when is she going to drop? When is that adrenaline going to run out? Because how is she standing up on the driveway talking to us? And I was very excitedly telling them what happened. Like, wow, you're not going to believe this. This happened. I made it. Like I'm telling them a story like that. You know, thank you, Karana. So we're just tapping this out. We got to set it. I think I'm going to set with I think I'm going to give in and set with my Lunar Beauty Universal setting powder. I think I'm going to give in because I have a thought in mind. I need it to look a very particular way for what I'm doing. All right, we're all tapped out. So lids are primed. This is the eyeshadow base, just using the concealer as base today. Sometimes I use base. Sometimes I use primer. Just, whatever you're doing. Any of it will work. Sometimes it is more important that you're using a primer or a base than others. The primers help the color blend. Primers help it stick. Bases help it blend a lot. Okay, so I'm going to blend this out. You see that right there? We're going to blend that out with the sponge. And then set. So those guys, yeah, they were looking at me with horror, like, what in the world? And I'm telling my story like, I made it. And I didn't know that I was still in danger until I got in the ambulance because the paramedic, I stood there talking to a group of guys. I can remember them. I can remember one of the guys' faces. He had a mustache and dark hair. And then a paramedic came and he's like, oh, Tanya, we got to go now. And I was like, okay. And I remember him just being right to my right. Tanya, we got to go now. And I jumped on in the ambulance. I walked to the ambulance because our driveway is so steep, that I just walked on up there. And Dewy, nice to meet you. And I just remember him, walking to get in that ambulance and getting in there. And when I laid down, all that pain that had been missing, found it. It's like, oh, it's like you lay down. And I think when I got in the ambulance, that was the moment that I felt safe. Like the adrenaline, my body signaled, he's got you. He's got you. It's okay. And the adrenaline dropped. It seems to me it dropped like immediately upon laying down on the stretcher. And I still didn't know that, how much you have to live through after a burn. You get through the fire, then infection tries to kill you. And I mean, it continues coming. Infection is still trying to kill me because my skin doesn't have the same defenses. Hey, angel wings, doesn't have the same defenses that your skin does. The skin grafts don't have bacteria on them at all, good or bad, just none. And I just picked up. This is not the right powder. This is Laura Mercier, and it's too dark. I need to mix this up with the Coty. I do stuff like that just to keep from wasting makeup. I got this. It's just way too dark. I'm looking for Lunar Beauty. Sorry to be making noises. There it is. Lunar Beauty Universal. That Laura Mercier is expensive too. I don't want to be getting the wrong colors. Yep, and I use my teeth because my fingers just don't work well. All right, I've got the Lunar Beauty Universal Setting Powder in medium. This is available in the TikTok shop. I've got the lid out. Let me put it over here. Hold on. Put the powder back in. Lunar Beauty, Lunar Beauty, Lunar Beauty, Universal Setting Powder, and I am in medium. So I wanted this color right now, and I'm going to use a powder puff to put this on. That paramedic, he started working like really quickly. And, he's working rapidly because I don't know that he needs to like get a tube, intubate, get the tube down my throat, breathe for me. I don't know all this stuff needs to happen, right? So I'm like, why is he doing that, right? And he's going, he's getting after it. As soon as I lay down, hey, Cap, as soon as I lay down, everything was like very calm, and then it wasn't. And take this powder puff and see I'm just putting it everywhere, kind of heavily. I'm starting to use a lot more powder. It's pretty, it's such a pretty finish. I have always set with powder, and I've become less fearful of creasing and setting lines on my face. I like the way it looks, and I'm just living my life. Oh, TikTok, read the screen. Kat just sent subscriptions. Kim Brown just got a subscription. Petey, y'all read the screen where the yellow says. April Monique, she just sent 10 people 3 subscriptions. Hey, Gwen, thank you, Kat. I love you, Kat. I love all of y'all. I love all of y'all who are here watching and helping build a community that says, we are enough. Courtney, I can't see very well. Are y'all reading? Comment to see if you're a sub now. Thank you, Kat. That's so awesome. That's helping build the community so much when y'all are liking and sharing and watching like you are right now, and you follow and subscribe. It's really making a difference in how far we reach. Thank you, Kat. Making a difference in how far we reach. I'm very, very grateful. It keeps giving me the courage to keep doing this, Just I'm going to take a break for a minute from starting to finish. Sometimes I have to breathe out. I noticed that there's so much. It's like brutal. I understand all of you are saying like, no, I don't have the nerve to go live. It scared me. Thank you, Kat. Y'all thank Kat. Y'all comment and say thank you to Miss Kat for your free month subscription. Say thank you, Kat. I noticed that I was posting today or looking at my comments on YouTube actually, and I noticed there weren't very many negative comments, and I was like, wow, it's interesting, not a lot of negativity. And I thought, things are changing. That just really makes me happy. I mean, there's still plenty of them when you're live. Don't doubt it. Who just came on? How did somebody get in my screen? I did not push a button. Somebody's splitting a screen with me. How did that happen?
I'm not even quite sure what just happened.
I don't even. Somebody pushed a button by mistake. Hold on.
Well, that's okay. I'll get out the box, but I just wanted to say I love you so much. You are such an inspiration, and girl, you just keep doing what you do because you shine brighter than you ever know.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yes,
Chris
we love you.
Well, I love you too. Thank you.
Okay, now I don't know how to get out of here.
I think
so
I got you.
Exit me or something.
I got you, okay, sis. So that was funny. Somebody got put into the chat with me. If y'all are wondering, like, what's she doing? I just split a screen. I've got two devices going. It was funny, but she just came in and gave me such a sweet comment. Everything always happens for a reason, It's like you push the wrong button or something, but then somebody amazing comes in and says something encouraging, and nothing is ever a mistake, I feel sick. I gotta get myself together. I feel nauseous. Hot nauseous. Menopause, y'all. let me get through this story. You know, in that ambulance, it scared me so much that he was working so rapidly. And I just said, you know, am I going to die? Because I had thought that since I had survived since I'd survived the burns, you know, the flame, you know, I didn't burn to death, so I'm okay, but I wasn't okay. You know, I didn't understand that really. And I saw him, thank you for subscribing. I didn't, look how wonky. So I didn't understand it, that he was working so quickly. And that's why I said, you know, am I going to die? And he said, no. And I said, would you say that even if you thought I was going to die? And he said, yes. That's the last thing I remember. Other than that, we got to a point where it was, I remember push fentanyl. I heard that. And I remember everything going dark. And again, I was looking at my medical records the other day, and that happened like 8:40 p.m. They pushed some kind of medication that I think put you to sleep. I can't remember. I asked my live stream about it the other day, reading the like medical records, like 8:40 p.m., something that makes you go to sleep, or 8, 9, something, and then a few minutes later was that fentanyl, and so that's where it felt like your soul leaving, like my soul just left my body. It was just like everything just went black. And I don't know how quickly I started dreaming, but I know that I didn't know I was burned. I didn't know I was hurting. And it just went to a place where I started to dream. My first dream that I remember was that I had gotten a new job. I got a new job. I had a company truck. My daughter was there. It was very specific, like another life, you know, very specific what was happening. e.l.f. HD finishing powder. We're going to try to get some of this off because I'm real bright right here. We're going to try to take it off. And you've got to take off the excess anyway. So exchange it for finishing powder because it's another, you know, it's a level of blur. Finishing powder is blurring. And I just use the e.l.f. It's $6, you know. It's in the TikTok shop. It's in my LTK. $6, never going to be bad. All right. I am bright, bright, bright. Now I'm trying not to get powder all over my eyelid while at the same time getting rid of some of that extra bright. So just be light with your brush, big face brush. You don't have to use finishing powder, but I like to because I will take all the blur I can get. Thank you. You know, there ain't nothing wrong with the blur. It ain't never hurt nobody. You got it, use it. Um, yeah, just dreaming. The dreams just kept going. And while I was in the coma, the dreams were good, peaceful. The only thing that wasn't peaceful was that I kept looking for my family. You know, I was constantly looking for my daughter and my son and my husband in these dreams. And it was like a movie where you walk up to somebody and, and you tap them on the shoulder and they turn around and it's not them. It's like, oh, sorry, I thought it was, oh, sorry, I thought you were my daughter. You know, that kept happening throughout these dreams. And I just kept looking for them. I never did find them. I never found my family in my dreams. Not exactly. I found people who symbolized them. I think that's because they're not on the other side. You know, I found people who symbolized them, but it wasn't exactly them. And every time I walked up to somebody, it definitely wasn't them. So that was bad. That was hard. And oh, I forgot I got this awesome blush palette. We'll use that today. That's Oliva Cosmetics. That's so pretty. Oh, that's so pretty. Yeah, my perception of life and death you didn't even leave. Dipped in dark crimson. Says go and didn't even leave. Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna do some contour while we talk because I gotta get a beat done and a story. It is a challenge. contour palette, and it's powdered contour. I am always all about powdered contour. That's just who I am. I am not a big fan of cream contour because it really is it works well, but it's harsh on me. And I think if you're over the age of 30, you don't need to be playing with heavy cream contour because it is aging. It is aging. Now you can do whatever you want, but I'm just saying, everybody can do their own. I know I'm not here to tell anybody anything, but it is aging. My daughter looked 30 years old when she's contoured, and that's when she was, like 18. She looked 30, and I was like, wow. So we'll do it, and I'm just going to use different shades out of this palette. It's by Oliva Cosmetics, Oliva. At Oliva Cosmetics, I think on every platform. It was, I bought this because I saw it, one of those things I just had to have. So it definitely did change my perception of life and death while I was in that coma looking for people, not able to find my family. And at the same time, it was so peaceful, right? How is that? The same time, it's just super peaceful. Didn't know what was happening. Didn't know that I was burned. Didn't know I was laying in a hospital bed in a coma, fighting for my life. After I went to sleep in the ambulance that night, I didn't wake up again for 2 months. So there I laid having these dreams the whole time, just not really understanding anything. I believe that if I had been seeing people that had passed away, a lot of times people ask me, did you see anybody, a loved one that had passed, like my grandma who I adored? No, I didn't. And I think that if you do, then you might be on the other side. I wasn't there, I wasn't there. I was coming back. But I don't know, there's no answers to it all, but that's how I feel about it. Um, hey everybody. Yeah, contour. See, Karama says contouring makes me look old, and I'm not even 20. That's what I'm saying. You get that heavy contour out, it's going down. But at the same time, I want to try to at the same time, I want to look really gaunt. So we're going to get after it. See if I can find a contour brush. So, I don't know if I like this brush. Let me see if I like this thing. And I'm just using different shades of this powdered Oliva Cosmetics palette. I thought I did make you a mod. Kat, are you not a mod? I tried to make you a mod. Hold on. I thought you were a mod. Are you sure? How do you know if you're a mod? Hold on, y'all. How do you know if you're a mod? Okay. Because I did it the other day, and I opened it up where Auntie K can mute. I think she is. Hold on. She's a mod. There you go. She's a mod. Thank you. I did it just the other day. I just forgot to tell you about it. Sorry. You don't read my mind? Turns out my friend doesn't read my mind. I'm going to use contour. I'm really just not about the contour palette. I really like bronzer. I really like my old Morphe bronze show, and just my big fluffy brush. Right, it's peace. I think so. It was just very peaceful. My body, I was going into, during that time, I was having respiratory arrest, never a cardiac arrest from what I saw, just respiratory arrest. And, pneumonia, blood transfusions, all these things are going on, but my body my mind wasn't suffering other than wanting my family. Now, one thing I'll tell you is I did feel the physical pain of debridement. So when you have these third-degree burns, third and fourth degree, or anything above third or above, they have to do a thing called debridement, which means removing the skin, removing the dead skin. That skin turns black and necrotic. It's dead. It's not going to heal, and it's just like a big infection. So they scrape it away, and it's painful. It's so painful that they would scrape my chest, and I felt it in the coma, but I didn't know what I was feeling until after. My husband kept this diary of what was being done every day for the 2 months I was in the coma. He just kept making these entries. It was about a year before I could even see well enough to read. But when I did read it, there was an entry about, oh, well, here comes the nurses to do your debridement. They come, uh, you know, they have to come do that for 2.5 hours a day, and I have to leave the room. It has to be sterile. I somehow put it together. I can't remember everything it said, but I somehow put together that I was hearing the nurses come in the coma. And in my dream, my mind would say, don't let them hurt me, to just this random guy in my mind, not my husband. I don't know who he was, but he was symbolic of me talking to him, I think. And I would say, don't let them hurt me. And I would run physically. And then I would walk down this dark staircase. It was completely pitch black, and I would walk down that staircase. And when I get to the bottom, it was just a little square room, and I would crouch down and cover my head, and I would stay there. That happened every day for I don't know how long. I guess the skin right here was super sensitive. Yeah, I still have that digital diary. It's a lot. It's hard for me to read it. The I physically couldn't read it in the beginning because I couldn't see well enough for about a year. And now I don't read it. I have it, but I don't because it's a lot. But it did make me understand a lot of things. It really was important. Yeah, you're welcome. So I would run from that, and that's how painful debridement is. When I woke up from the coma, I would hear people screaming in the burn unit, and I didn't know what it was. I would say, "What is wrong? What is wrong?" I remember one guy in particular screaming, screaming, screaming. They wouldn't tell me what it was. They were doing the debridement. They were scraping he would go, woo, woo. He was screaming. And then this one lady would cry, and she would say, just let me die. Just let me die. I remember hearing that over and over again after I woke up. And I had no idea what it was. No idea until after, reading the diary, like, wait a minute, they're scraping my skin off. They're legitimately hurting me, and I felt it. Now they have to hurt you. That's how they save your life. That skin can't stay there. It has to go, right? Has to go, and they got to get it off, and then they get new skin from your lower body. For me, they took it from my lower body, my side, everything. About probably 70% of my body is affected because 35% is burned and 35% or more is used as a donor site, which they took the skin from it and put it up here. And then those sites are still very discolored, just, like white like that. So it affects just so much of your body. Um, it was a lot to wrap my head around. I still learn new things or remember new things right now. It's still going. Your mind is just what it can do is, we all know it's amazing, but don't let them hurt me, and staying in a little dark room. And I talk to a lot of burn survivors now, and everyone I've talked to that was in a coma has some sort of imprisonment, or it's some sort of imprisonment aspect to what they were thinking while they were in the coma. Everyone has said, yeah, I was in jail. Yeah, I was in, for me, I was in a little pitch black room and crouching down like a tornado drill, you know? Yeah. part of overcoming it for me has been talking about it. Sometimes I can't, but when I can, I do, and it helps people. And the more I connect with people and the more I hear people say things that I've never heard anybody say except me, that's important. That connects. That's that's healing because it's like, wait, you completely, it's not empathy. You have lived it. Yep, we literally walked through the fire. Literally walked through the fire. Man, it's something when you think about it. Just today, I'm kind of like, man, that really is something, you know? Just all the dreams and the way your mind works to protect you from that and help you overcome it. So I said I was going to do contour, but I don't really want any more contour than this. I don't want to look older. I'm going to do my brows and then some shadow. I cannot believe how hot it is in Georgia. I don't know how I'm going to survive the summer because it is April and it's 90 degrees and I don't even know what percentage humidity, whatever percentage a wet mop is, that's the humidity. Oh, I cannot stand it. This is the worst summer since I've been burned, I think. I can feel it. I don't know how I'm going to take my dog out. He loves to go out every night. I don't know how I'm going to do it. Guess I'll have to wait till it's dark. I could barely make it last night. It's going to be hot. It already hot. What am I going to do? Somebody's sending me a little fan, a portable fan to carry around. Somebody in the TikTok shop offered me a fan, and I was like, yes, please. Like a portable one that folds up. I was like, yep, I will advertise that for you all the time. No problem. I got you. I only take stuff that I can use or like, or otherwise it's a no. Don't use your influence to sell junk. Sorry, TikTok. All right, Anastasia, Beverly Hills. Yeah, wet mop, girl. Whatever humidity a wet mop is, that's what Georgia feels like right now. All right, I take some. Hey, Jay Jr., I love you. Thanks for all the work you're doing today. Mwah. Thanks for all the work y'all are doing, answering questions for me. The questions I can't see. The feed over here is fast and furious. Something that I want that I don't have? Hmm. Well, that's interesting. I don't know if there someone just asked what something I want that I don't have. I don't think there is. I don't know. I gotta think about that one. I gotta think about that one. I'm pretty content. I'm pretty content. I mean, in that whole legacy thing. I'm pretty blessed, really. I mean, you got to look at it. Holy smokes. When you ask me that question, yeah, I know, material. Yeah, I don't really, that's what I'm thinking. I don't know if there is anything, something material that I want that I don't have. I don't, that's an interesting question because I don't think there is anything. Isn't it content is a blessing? That almost make me cry. I just got to ask something material I want that I don't have, and it's about to make me cry because I don't think there's anything. I could use a fan. I could use some air conditioning. No, for real. There's nothing that I'm sitting around thinking, man, I want. Yeah, a fan right now for sure. Everybody knows I need a fan right now. But other than that, thing is, I have a fan. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I'm gonna use the brow powder. Usually the stuff I always want is makeup. I'm really a makeup girl. I always have been. It's like, oh, I really want that new Patrick top. That's the only thing that I'm ever like going at. That and sometimes like clothes, clothes and stuff. She said it's cool that, yeah, nothing came to mind. Ask the question, something material you want that you don't have. Nothing popped into my head. I mean, there's little things. of course. I would like all the colors of Patrick Todd blood, you know. But there's like nothing like, man, I need that I don't have. That's a blessing. Man, what a blessing. I'm going to cry. I mean, you know, I cry happy tears all the time, but I might cry about that because there's nothing material I want that I don't have that I just want. Not a thing. Not a thing. Not diamonds or pearls. No, I'm going to start singing Prince. I gave you diamonds and pearls. Got them all. I want, everything I want is just completely different. It's not material. It's that legacy. It was so scary when I was laying on the driveway burning. It was so scary to think this is it. That was terrifying to me. I don't want that to happen again because none of us get out alive. It's going to happen, right? It's going to be my day again. Yeah, everybody's like AC. I definitely need an AC, y'all, but I actually have one. I'm just not using it. I need like some kind of hydro cooled suit that I can wear all day, keep my skin grafts cool. Oh, I'm going to invent that. Ooh, chocolate. Oh, some key lime pie sounds good. Hey, Auntie K. Everybody's got the mutes. Listen, y'all got the mutes, but remember, mute 5 minutes, mute 5 minutes, mute 5 minutes. Everybody can mute now over here, talking to TikTok for a minute. Mute 5 minutes, mute 5 minutes. If they need more than a 5 minute mute, they can just go. Show them the door. Oh, oh. That's what I used to do with my brushes. I'm trying to get like this I think I want it, saying it's a little different. I'm just evening up my eyebrow wigs. Chocolate cake, key lime pie. There's a lot. You know, the biggest part, you know, getting through all that, the coma, that was peaceful, but it wasn't peaceful when I was waking up, and that was scary again. You're going right back into the fear at that point because I could tell, you know, I had looked at my face in the mirror and they talk about chocolate cake over here. Yeah, I've got some chocolate mousse cake in the fridge that I haven't been eating because I'm on a diet, but it's probably going to go down. That was so heavy. Is that the right thing? Yep, this is a NYX brow tint pen, but that was really so dark. Probably because I laid it down so heavy. So I treat these eyebrow wigs just like my real brows. Right here, I got too much. So I use powder and pencil or whatever. Is everybody talking about cake? Everybody. I looked up and every conversation is about cake. That's awesome. I've got a tear. The tear actually rolled down my face. Y'all get to the point where somebody can ask you what material thing you want. You don't have an answer. Ooh, that's a blessing. Ooh, that's a blessing. Whoa, Lord have mercy. Yes, yes, yes. The people are hungry. I'm hungry. I've got a chocolate mousse cake in the fridge from the fresh market. I have not been eating it because I'm in full Ozympia. That what we call Ozempic. What is it? What's going on right there? I can't see it well enough. There's something with that brow that I don't like. I don't want to mess up my whole face of makeup. My eyes are watering. I'm crying. I don't want to cry. And these are tears of joy. That's a good question. Y'all believe it? Holy smokes, they talking about lava cake from Chili's. I love y'all. Y'all are really something. Other than the warmth, I am not looking forward to summer. I have always been hot natured. I guess I look forward to every day that I'm alive. You gotta do that. But I really prefer spring and fall. I always have. I've always been hot. I feel like I'm going to enjoy the summer either way. I'm definitely not going to let it pass me up, but it's going to be a real challenge to get through it, you know. Afterlife is far better. Yeah. Yeah, I think afterlife is far better than our earthly life. But, you know, I was in the coma. I wasn't there yet. Because if I had been in the afterlife, my grandma would have been there. She wouldn't have left me. My grandmother raised me. And if I had been ready for that, there's no way she would have come for me. She would have come to get me, you know. Spring is my favorite. So that's how I know that there's a difference between the two, because there's no way she wouldn't have come. And I'm a spring baby. I'm an April 1st baby, so I guess that's why I was not born for the summer. I don't know what I'm looking forward to doing this summer. I do want to get out and maybe be in the sunshine, but my skin grafts don't react. The UV rays are terrible for the grafts. I got stuff all the way back here, and y'all didn't even tell me. My skin grafts don't react well to they UV rays are really really bad for the grafts. The heat's bad. It's going to be a challenge. And this is the first year that I'm really going to be out and about in the summer. I kind of was last year because I wasn't able to drive myself until last year. And so because of that, I didn't really go out much. There wasn't anywhere I wanted to go. I'm still kind of self-conscious about people always asking me what happened, even in public, you know. Jo- Joe's Crab Shack closed around here. I love crab. What is happening? What is happening? I have clearly lost control of the street. I love crab. Let's see. I didn't go outside for 5 years. Well, I mean, I go outside. I didn't go out at first, y'all, because let me back up. When I woke up, it was a whole thing because I realized my face was messed up. Or messed up, different, changed, replaced, not just once, but twice. The first time it didn't work. Yeah. I like king crab though. I just had some a couple of weeks ago for my birthday. It's my favorite. My favorite food is king crab, period. Maybe with a ribeye. Everybody roll out. We're going to dinner. So yeah, when I first woke up, I knew my face it didn't feel like it was attached. It felt kind of like a mask, you know. I always say like a cheap Halloween mask that you could like pull away, like with the one rubber band on the back, that kind of mask, like super cheap. It felt like that. And I'm so thirsty, I will get choked. I know Mitzi's over there screaming, "Don't talk until you." Yep, I did it. I still get choked. Let me tell you why. So, my face was feeling funny. I couldn't touch it, right? Like, I couldn't touch my face to see if that was true. Thank you. They're glued on because my arms would only move like this when I woke up. I couldn't bend at the elbow yet. I couldn't do that. So I could move this way, but my hand would get right there and I couldn't touch. So I always wonder what my face actually felt like. I couldn't look at it when I first woke up. It's like, no. They asked, "Do you want to see it?" And I didn't need to see it. I mean, I could feel how messed up it was. And I keep saying messed up because I don't know any other term to use. I could feel how it was clearly not okay. It was clearly not just a little bit red when I went to sleep, that night that I got burned. It was clearly not the case. And I don't want to use this yet. I got this new palette by Violet Voss, but I'm not feeling that today. I've got the red on. This is pretty. It came in my Ipsy, but we're going to get into that another day. My makeup is going to streak, streak, streak. When my eye waters, I can't feel it till it gets down here. So, hold on a minute. We need just like, I'm just gonna, you know what? I'm gonna go back. I'm going right back to my e.l.f. palette. I'm not trying to do eyeshadow today. I'm not feeling eyeshadow at all. So I'm going to go back to this New Classics by e.l.f. I've been using it like for 3 days and it's $14.99. You do not have to spend a lot of money. And remember all the stuff I use. Click down below if you're over here and please follow my LTK shop. That's how that's where my business runs. Is in being able to beauty blog. Can you believe that? Beauty blog. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Keisha. Do you want to be, I'm going to try to, everybody message me too that wants to be a mod over here on YouTube because I was trying to work it out right before the show and I was confused. I had to Google how to even set a moderator and then I couldn't find everybody's name. I couldn't remember it. So I want to get that worked out because it's definitely going to boost. I can tell it's growing slowly but surely. I have a following on every platform except, well, I mean, I have 3,000 people I notice on YouTube, which doesn't sound like a lot, but I had 2,000 last week. So it's going down. Okay, maybe I had more than 2,000 last week, but either way. So I don't want a lot of shadow. So I'm doing the transition color. I'm right back in Darling in the New Classics. Thank you, Auntie K, right here. So this is pretty much my skin tone. So I'm picking a shade that is my skin tone. And I think I'm going to do just a plain brown lid. So right there, hopefully if I pay attention, no shadow goes beyond that. My worst makeup habit or misstep is going too high with my color while I'm talking. Never happens when I'm not live, but you can imagine. Things are different here. Oh, do you want to do over here? Do you want to be over here, Nancy, or on the YouTube, or where? Just let me, definitely. I'm down. I'm going to set up we're making a whole force full of people. Thank you for subscribing. Okay, let me tell you something important. Waking up was just the scariest thing, you know. We're just doing like a simple eyeshadow. Y'all just watch. I'm using a fluffy brush, just a simple few tone shadow, just to put a little color on my lids to go with some red lipstick I want to wear. I don't think I'm going to do much more than this. It's going to blend out really easy because I put the foundation up there. Oh, okay. Got you, Nancy. Nancy with the pretty red hair. Have y'all seen her hair? I'm not going to get distracted, but it's super pretty. Y'all look at Nancy's hair. Yeah, we need mods over here for sure. Yeah, definitely do. Angel, I'm trying to get you on Facebook, but it won't let me pick. Anybody have Facebook moderators? I was able to pick one person who I've been following for a while on Facebook, but everyone else, it's not popping their name up when I go to where the moderators are. It doesn't give them to me as an option. The same thing happened on TikTok for certain names too. I don't know why. I'll be researching it. I don't do shows on Mondays. I just have meetings and admin stuff. So I'll be looking into it all. Like, why is it not letting me pick you? It's not like there's anything you've done wrong or anything we need to do. It's just something about the system. Maybe I have to follow you for a certain amount of time. I don't know. Because you were following me and we were friends, but then I followed you from my personal page because I thought that would make a difference. But I don't know. See, just some simple eyeshadow, just a little brown. This New Classics palette, if you're just getting down with good, you know, just simple shadow. The New Classics is $14.99. If you're just getting into makeup, you can get a palette. It's inexpensive. Just prep well. We'll blend in a minute. just prep well, and you're going to get the color out of the shadow. Most everything, definitely out of e.l.f. You'll get the color payoff that you want if you prep it and prime it. Blend. Yeah, so waking up that was the worst part, was waking up, feeling my face, and like like I remember my husband was kissing my face and he was saying, you made it, and my daughter, she hugged me, right? And she hugged me and it hurt. She was 20. My daughter's 20 at the time. My son was 21. My daughter hugged me and it hurt when she did, but she leaned in and she said, "Mom, you're the strongest person I know." Oh, that gives me tingles when I say it now, because that's so special from your daughter, so special. Yeah, oh, thank you. That's so cool. Thank you. Dark Crimson, I'm going to call you Dark Crimson. All right, so we're going to finish. We're not playing with any eyeshadow today. When I say I'm not playing with eyeshadow, I mean I'm not going to play with any eyeshadow. So we're going to take a pigment packer and do a little bit of highlight on the lid. Of course, I'm already doing more than I said I was going to do, but that's just because I'm me. That's just because I'm me. I'm going to take this. I think I'm going to take this color. See what it looks like. I just want it to be very, very... I don't like it. We're going to take a sparkly color. I want it to be very low-key, but I'm going to add a shimmer. I can never just do it regular. What is wrong with me? Why am I like this? Why does everything turn into soft glam? Everything. Funny, TikTok today didn't make me verify that I was still live after an hour. Isn't that interesting? It does it all the other time and it busts up my screen. Not today. Oh, that's pretty. It's kind of shimmery but simple. I think that's pretty. I love good, inexpensive, or budget-friendly makeup that works. e.l.f. is good for that. This is all we're doing. I want a bright red lip. I promise I'm not going to do any more. Not today. So yeah, just waking up to my daughter. That's the pleasant memory, but the part that's not pleasant was realizing that something really bad was wrong or different about my face. Wrong, different, whatever you want to call it. Something more than a little bit of redness had occurred, because that's the way I left it. I've been in a coma for 2 months, and the last thing I'd done was look at my face in the mirror because I wanted to make sure it was okay. And then I wake up and it's not okay. How did that happen? I wake up and, yeah, I turned on your mute, sister. I did turn it on the other day because I turned them all on. I turned them all on, but only mute 5 minutes. No full one. If it's not, I'll check it. If it's not, I'll check. Sparkly burgundy red. I wish I had a sparkly burgundy. I'm going to use like a red. I love to be in a true red, like a true red. So yeah, my husband told me after the kids left, because I didn't really say anything much about it. I was just thankful and talking to my daughter, and I don't remember the conversation, but I was just thankful. Okay, I'll check it. I did it the other day. I thought it should be okay. I don't know. Sometimes I don't know what I'm doing, sister. Of course, I thought I made Cat a mod. So, I don't know. That's the same time. I didn't ask until the kids left because I was real grateful to be alive, like everyone says, and Thank you. I was very grateful for that. And I was grateful to have my family there because I had been looking for them for 2 months in my dreams, you know. Hey, Cynthia. I had no idea that 2 months had passed. It felt like I'd just gone to sleep. You know, it's like I just, you know, just happened another day. You know, they're asking like, you know, thank you for the crown. They're asking like, you know, do you know what day it is? Well, how would I possibly know what day it is? I've been in a coma for 2 months. But, you know, I went to sleep on December 17th of, well, I guess it was December 18th when I went to sleep of 2018. And I woke up on February the 19th of 2019. And my nurse's name was January. So January woke me up in February from a coma that I went into in December and asked me if I knew what day it was. It was hilarious. Um, I mean, I didn't laugh, but in retrospect, it was hilarious. She had to have been giggling at it, right? Oh, thank you. I'm just using a brow pen right now. This is a NYX. Oh, that's a miss. A NYX brow pen, and I'm actually just evening up my eyebrow wigs. They're already pretty. They're already pretty good. You don't really have to do anything with them. In reality, I was lowering my arch. Like over here it's lower, over here it's higher. And I'm deciding what I like, and I really want to lower it. If y'all are watching, I'm evening it up. Look straight into the mirror at yourself. Don't look down. Don't look up. Look straight at yourself. And that's how you're going to determine what you want to look like and get everything in the right. Get your makeup in the right place if you're looking straight ahead. Or at least, or keep your head level. No down. Some things you can do down. I'll admit some things you can do down, like, you know, some eyeshadow things you can do kind of hunched over. The last place I traveled to was the French Alps. Someone just asked. We're going to do a check in a minute. I was in the French Alps. You know, I made a video on TikTok and I mistakenly put the wrong dates on it. I put, shoot, this stuff gets everywhere. I put on there like a picture of myself from November of 2000, on November 17th of 2018, a picture that I took. And I was actually in Geneva, Switzerland then. And somebody just said, is she high? B, are you high? B, no, actually, are you high? There's somebody, I found the one rude person on all of YouTube just showed up. You are really disappointing the whole platform. The whole thing is disappointed by you. That is a disappointment. I was So anyway, it was November 17th of 2018. I took a picture and I posted it. And you know, 1 month later, I was in a coma. You know, 1 month later, hey Netta. It's like 1 month later, one picture, I'm smiling. I'm literally on top of the world in the Alps. And then I'm almost gone. I traveled a lot last year by myself. I didn't travel again until last year, and I did it for business, uh, for this business. And I went to LA and made a commercial for TikTok, and I came back and I went to Washington, D.C. to the, I know we got to get a moderator. I went to, oh, it's going down over here now. I went to the Burn Conference, the Phoenix Burn Conference that they have every 2 years, the World Burn Congress. Thank you, joining team. And we'll do a check thing in a minute. I went there by myself. Then I went to LA to make a commercial. Then I went to Seattle to see my painting, a painting of me in the New Icons art exhibit by Grace Athena Flott. She painted burn survivors, and I'm one of them. She's a burn survivor. And then I went back to Hollywood and for Live Fest because I came in number 6 in beauty and fashion. Where are, did Kitty just come over there? Oh, Kitty just rolled up into, Kitty Styles just rolled up into YouTube. Ooh, whoa. Everybody just rolled up into YouTube. What happened? Oh, the painting. I actually took it to be framed. I can't show it to you digitally right now, but there is pictures of it on my social media. But look up on YouTube. I got to figure out how to set the. Ooh, it's going down over there. Yeah, no. Oh, you blocked it? Oh, it's going down, y'all. Something's going on over. Oh, I didn't see that coming. Ooh. Y'all be sure to follow me. It is ugly. Wow. Yeah. Oh, did you block? Okay. The troll happened. Thank y'all. Boy, they roll it. We do ride it, Dawn, don't we? What just went down? Ladies. Bet she won't test that again. Holy smokes. They just rolled in there. Everybody just rolled up over there. If y'all roll up over there, please follow. Please subscribe. Click, it's free. All right, we're going to do a thing. Everybody, let's do a thing. Wanda for the win. I love y'all. Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to put some eyeliner on because I'm going to wrap this up today. I'm not finna run late. I'm not doing it today. We've got to do a thing. I am Burn Beauty 2018. Thank y'all. Thank you, everybody. Y'all are awesome. Everybody everywhere here is awesome. I've got to figure out the whole moderator thing. There needs to be some. Kitty says, I have plenty of time. I know. Everybody tells me I have time. All right. I'm in Alpharetta, Georgia. Wow, that was amazing. That is something. I love y'all. That is something. Oof. They did. They rolled up in there with gloves on. When I saw Kitty pop up, I was like, whoa. Just Alpharetta, Georgia. Where are you? Tell me where you are. Netta, thank you for the galaxy. Y'all just reinforce my faith in humanity. You're in Nitrous in Florida. Jay Jr.'s in Australia. Thank you, Jay. It's been a hard day. Ohio, yep, they riding. And Delaware, Pennsylvania. That was crazy. Wanda is in Long Island, Minnesota, Virginia, Renata, New Jersey. Renata was over there, Delaware. Kitty Style says she's about that life. Tifton, Georgia, Northern California, Arkansas. Kitty's in Virginia, Norway, Rhode Island, Michigan, Florida. Brooklyn, New York, Missouri, hot South Florida, Lord have mercy. Virginia's for lovers. Kentucky, Ohio, Philly, UK. Tanya, I'm Tanya, Florida, Los Angeles, California. Thank you, Tennessee. NK, where's NK? West Virginia. Um, Arkansas, Oregon, look at y'all. Tennessee, Dallas, Texas, Tennessee, Chicago, Philly, ah, Maine, Alabama, North Carolina, Georgia, London, UK, the Netherlands, Desiree, love you too, North Carolina, Costa Rica, I want to go there, Colorado Springs, Denise, Colorado, oh, you're in Colorado, Albuquerque, Boston, Colorado, Massachusetts, Switzerland. We are doing it. I love Geneva, Washington State, Darien, Georgia, Maryland, San Diego, New Hampshire, Canada. That's amazing. We did it. Kay, Steph Cat, Stephanie, South Africa's here in California, Mississippi, California, Arizona, New York State. Look at what we're doing. Manchester, UK, Corpus Christi, Texas. Y'all know how hard it is to spread positivity. Hey, gorgeous. Yes, Survivor. Malaysia. What? Louisiana. Y'all know how hard it is to get positivity to spread? I got to tell you. Y'all definitely ride it on. I know. Mitzi always says that. We ride it on. Y'all ain't playing. Yeah, I think it's great. The reason that we're reaching so many people is because of all the likes you're doing. I forgot to give y'all a goal of 300,000 likes today, but you still got time to get to 250. But it's just really hard. Kitty, Kitty, get after it. Thank you. I think we all do it together. We all have to do it. All the likes. And I like to do that because everybody's working so hard. Jay and Wanda, yeah, everybody's working so hard to spread the positive, to get the live to go out. And the live isn't about just me talking and doing my makeup. I mean, I love that, but it's I watch what's running, even when I'm not doing a story time. I watch what's running in the comments as well as I can. And it's amazing what's happening. Beaumont, Texas. Yeah, hard work. And it's all a lot. Oh, thank you. I mean, it's just not all about me though. It's like I feel like you build community. Hey, Freddie, thank you for subscribing. Maybelline, what is this stuff? Tattoo Studio. Maybelline Tattoo Studio. It's a cream pot. We got to get this on. We're going to throw on some eyeliner. And we're going to do it with the little Maybelline. That's only like $8 or $9. It's in my LTK and Amazon. It's somewhere. It's not more than $9. You can get the Anastasia, but it's like, yeah, Wanda handled it. Um, I use the Anastasia, but it's like $20. Either way, these things last forever. Then you just get an angled brush, an angled winged liner brush. This brush is a BYOD. Thank you for the galaxy. BYOD, bring your own desire. I got it in my Ipsy box this month, and it looks like a really lovely um, minority-owned female company. I don't really know them, but I like the brushes. Brushes are a thing for me. I like brushes more than makeup, y'all. If you give me a brush, I will rub it, love, play with it. I don't know. It's just like a treasure. I think because I never had very many of them. Thank you for the rose. I never had many brushes growing up because they're expensive. So I had like the same brushes for like years and years, and now it feels what's the word? I can't think of it. Whatever, indulgent to have so many brushes. And I got all the brushes because I kept dropping them. Thank you for all those roses. Y'all are amazing. I was feeling kind of rough today. It restores my faith in humanity. And all the questions, the question about what material thing would you want, that's really solid. You know? Oh, see, oh, that's why I love brushes, Kirama. I was an artist too. I wanted to be a commercial artist. I really didn't paint a lot, but I sketched. But my art brushes, yeah, my paint brushes were very, very sacred to me. So that's what it is. That's why I love the brushes so much. Easy winged liner, angle brush, cream. This is so much easier to use than ink. My hand is not steady. Half of it is numb, right? Half of it is numb. So using a brush and a cream liner or a gel is like using a crayon uh instead of watercolor. You know what I mean? It's just that much more steady. And you can build it any way you want. Oh my, oh my charcoals. I sketched a lot growing up. That's why this is such an amazing thing. Thank you. Look at all the roses. Thank you. I can't see your name. Hulu, I can't see it, but thank you. Lots and lots of roses. Thank you so much. Title gifter. Hey, still standing. Thank you for the TikTok thingies. I don't know what they are, but thank you. Thank you for joining the team. Look at y'all. Y'all did great questions. Thank you, Crystal. I got to get a little more in here. My eyes are just kind of big, And I like it because I wear pretty big lashes. I don't like it to be, I like it to be a little bit thicker, you know, like it seemed more substantial on my eye. And I also want to wear the naked under eye. Thank you. This is a winged liner brush, so it's angled, so it's much more conducive to being able to make a nice wing. And then when it's not perfectly sharp, look at all those roses still going. You use a pointy Q-tip, right? And just finish it. This is where the micellar water helps even more. A little bit of micellar water on a pointy Q-tip, that's what makes perfect winged liner. You know, on the tutorials you're watching, don't believe it always whips on there. Now, sometimes it does, but most of the time it does not. It needs a little perfecting, you know? But that part gets edited out. That's the hard part of live makeup. All right, we're going to get this on. I'm going to wear a bob today. I need to look like business today for for the content I'm going to record tonight. I want to look very professional. I don't want to look all glam, which I always am. I want to look glam professional. So I'm going to put on a short bob, black center part bob, and a red lip. But when I do that, I have to be careful that I'm not looking washed out. My skin looks kind of pale sometimes. I don't want to look like a like a like a ghost. So we got to watch it. We're going to make it all work together. I think a good way to combat that too is to be a little more blush heavy to avoid being ooh, I got some ridges over here. Those ridges make it hard. Ooh, that bumpy skin makes it hard right there. Let me get away from that. I always keep pointy Q-tips. A regular Q-tip will work, but not as well as the pointy one. I guess pointy Q-tips are made for makeup. I don't know any other reason you would make it pointy. Just to do that. I feel so good. I don't think I'm going to stop thinking about, yeah, imperfections is important, showing that it's not perfect. Skin has texture. Makeup doesn't go on perfectly, you know. Don't get discouraged when you're like, wow, why can't I do it that way? Uh-uh. I mean, it goes on. There's people who are good at it, and it goes on pretty well, but it doesn't matter if it doesn't go on perfectly. There's always a fix, you know? You don't have to, there's no perfection. Skin has texture also. So you're watching people and they're filtered. They're filtered and it looks different. You can't emulate it. You can't emulate artificial intelligence. I mean, you can try, but it's not going to look the same, and don't you feel bad about it. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm just saying, be sure to be clear about the two, you know, about reality versus AI. That used to get me a lot. That's why I was so scared waking up and my face didn't feel right. Oh, you bought Kamaya? Oh, I love Kamaya. Somebody, Deerskin, just said they bought Outre Kamaya. That's one of my favorite wigs. Did you buy it from my YouTube review? I can't believe it. If you bought it from my YouTube review, I'm just going to go crazy. I've never had anybody tell me that they bought something that I reviewed on YouTube because I haven't been able to pay enough attention to YouTube. Can you believe that? Can you imagine? Oops, all the people are going out of the room. I'm on punishment over here. I'm on TikTok punishment. And they can kiss it. Oh, what happens when you're done worrying about what the other person thinks in the relationship? Freedom. Hey, Steph Cat, you are everywhere like oxygen and Jesus. All of you guys, I love the way you go back and forth. Thank you for feeding that algorithm over there. Thank you. My review helped you. I love you so much. Thank you for saying that. My review helped her choose. Hey, Linda. That's like a video I made maybe last year or the year before on YouTube. And I didn't even think people paid attention. I was feeling very like about like those long form content, be it here or TikTok or YouTube or whatever, feeling some kind of way about it because it's always edited so well and it looks so good. And I'm just not that good at it. I can only do what I do. Oxygen and DC. That's all I'm saying. Uh, so I always think like nobody's paying attention and I'm not, I just keep putting it off. Like I'm not going to post it. I'm not going to make a video because mine isn't perfect. It doesn't look good, you know? And somebody just said, hey, they bought a wig after watching the review and it's one of their favorites. Thank you. I needed that. Yep, forget them. Thank you. I don't know what I'm doing with my wing. It was looking pretty good, but now I've decided to do something different. And I really think it's because I'm using the handheld mirror, and I never ever do that. I never ever hold my mirror and do my makeup. But I'm kind of obsessed with my little Patrick Ta blush mirror. It's just so clear and pretty. It's like I know it's supposed to be about the blush, but I really love the thing. Finger red, number one, finger red, number two, finger red. Finger red. I started bleeding again. Is that blood or makeup? I was bleeding earlier. This age of heavy filters and heavy editing, yeah. Oh, thank you. He said, in this age of heavy filters and heavy editing, we really like real people and real reviews. That's what I'm going with. I just try to stay authentic. Like, okay, this is the best I can do. This is what makeup looks like. This is what my grafts look like. And it was a long road to get there. I was very self-conscious about it. The first time I went out, I had to just get through just the whole process of, I had to learn to walk again. I had to learn to talk again. I had to learn to swallow again. I had to learn to everything again because all my muscles had atrophied. I mean, it was a disaster. And um, after I did all that, learn to swallow, get back out into the world, I was met with my first time being stared at. And that was really bad. It was traumatic for me, very, very traumatic, because I'd never been looked at that way, like, hold on a minute. Sorry, y'all. I never had people look at me like, and they weren't being mean where I was at the grocery store. They weren't being mean at all, but they were looking at me kind of with pity. And don't feel bad for me. I'm doing makeup and I'll be on the red carpet again this year. Don't feel bad to me. I got it. I'm a burn survivor doing makeup. I put micellar water on here. I was just talking, hey, Kel, I'll be back on the red carpet, building a little empire. Looking different doesn't mean, I'd definitely rather not have been burned, but having been hasn't stopped me from accomplishing anything. You know what I mean? Like, I got to get my thing. I didn't like the way my wing was looking and it was on my lid, so I'm going to fix it a little. I'm going to put some glue on these lashes. Um, these are just some Amazon lashes. They're in my Amazon store and my LTK. Really, if you want to shop my looks, the best thing is to follow that LTK, which is just a free platform where social media people and influencers, if you don't know it, and celebrities even post on there. I saw Heather El Musa on there the other day. You know who she is? Tarek El Musa's wife. I saw her. Bye, Raphael. Be sure to follow before you go. Thanks for stopping by. Duo Lash Glue. I'm just going to throw it on. Raphael just said it felt bad for me. What happened? I feel bad for you. That's what happened when I went to the grocery store and I was in my wheelchair. I learned to walk, but I was still in a wheelchair. Hey, I couldn't walk far, even after I learned to do it. And in that wheelchair at the fresh market, just there to get some Fiji water and some lemon cake. And it was a really good day. I just passed my swallow test, which is the test that, hey, unknown beauty, that would allow me to eat and drink again. I had a tracheotomy when I woke up. I had a tube going up my nose and down my throat. That's how I got my nutrition in the beginning, food. And, well, I didn't really get food. I got cans of Ensure every day, like the chocolate shakes. Um, I would get 5 of those a day. And I wasn't really hungry. I was very, very thirsty. And I had really complained about being thirsty a lot after I woke up. Thank you, Jay. I'd complained a lot about it. That was the one thing that really got me, was how dry my mouth was. But, it'd been 2 months. Thank you all. It'd been 2 months without any water, you know. All the water is going up your nose, down your throat. It's not touching your mouth at all. And my epiglottis, the little thing on the back of your throat, that had atrophied. So that's why they weren't giving me water. That's why I talk a lot about ice chips, if you ever listen when I'm just doing full story time, because I wanted water so bad and I couldn't have it. And I got really down about that in the hospital. I was just really not at all doing well in the beginning. I was just not doing well. I was not thriving. I was not doing what the therapists were asking me to do when they came into the room. I just wanted water. No matter what, I wanted water. And no matter what happened? Oh, okay. I think they just couldn't give it to me, and I originally had ice chips that the speech therapist finally gave me because I wasn't thriving and I was clearly going to die for lack of some water, and and it wasn't medically advisable, I guess, or whatever word, not required, but it wasn't ill advised, but you know what I'm saying. It wasn't what the course of action, but she gave me the ice chips and that really helped me survive because my mind wasn't working right. And that's why we talk about it in this community and say, what's your ice chip? Because it means, like, what's the next thing you need? Thank you, Stephanie. What's the next thing you need to take the next step in your life, to do what you want to do? What's your ice chip? Thank you, pretty. I think it did well, except I got a bump over here, and I'm just going to stick a big eyelash on it because I'm over it now. Y'all know, when I get tired, you'll notice. I'll just be like, done. I'm just going to put big lashes fix everything. I promise you they do. Here we go. And my hand is super unsteady, but I use that gel liner, and that's why I use it. It looks like it's steady, right? But yeah, what's your ice chip? Tell me what it is that you need to do the next thing in life. Because mine was actually ice chips. Those ice chips helped me do what I needed to do. I needed to talk to the therapist. Oh yeah, if you let the glue get tacky, then your lash goes right on. And thank you, girl. Link in bio for the ice chip. Wanda's over here working her full-time job. Thank you, Wanda. Just push it on. Let your glue get tacky and your lashes just stick. I mean, you got to learn how to place them. I'm pretty good at placing mine. But here we go. There we go. Aren't they pretty? These are Amazon, disposable Amazon lashes. Like 6 pairs for $7 or something. You need to get out. Karama just said I need to get out in the world again. That's the ice chip. That was my ice chip was actually an ice chip, and I think right now my ice chip is that I need to see what happens when I'm looking down into that mirror. See what happens? It changed everything just holding my head down. Get that lash on. I think right now my ice chip is getting back out, going out in public by myself, um, and not being afraid of people asking questions and being able just to say no. Because I do say no sometimes. Like when I go to the park and I'm playing with my dog, and people are like, "Oh, sorry, what happened?" And I'm like, no, I'm just playing with my dog." I'm burn survivor. I don't want to tell any stories. A lot of times I'll just hand them my card too. Here's a card. Look it up. Well, pleasure to meet you. I'm Darn Beauty. Bye bye. You know, just kind of leave it at that sometimes. But I want to be able to just not. Right now, it's like you can't make eye contact with people. If you make eye contact with them, they're going to come up and ask you what happened. And it's just appalling to me. Really. I went to, it has to do with home training. I don't want to sound old. Oh, lupus runs in my family, Stephanie. Running my grandmama's side. Had a couple of aunts that had lupus. She's pretty much older, so her sisters, it's a long time ago, but they had lupus. But I think it has a lot to do with home training because I went to the pulmonologist the other day. And when I say home training, I'm not trying to sound like a crickety crackety old lady, but the lady who was doing my breathing test was, I think she said she was 53 years old, right? See, I think we got to get out. She was 53, and I was talking to her. It was obviously, I'm obviously burned. We're doing a breathing test because I breathed fire. And I was talking to her because I was embarrassed because she couldn't clamp my nose. I don't have enough nostrils for it to be clamped. And so I was feeling some kind of way about that because you know how it is. It was no big deal, but I was definitely feeling some kind of way about, okay, she's trying to clip my nose, can't clip my nose. Here we go. Okay, there's another thing that my nose doesn't work for. That woman, she did not ask one time what happened. I was like, yeah, I got burned, 5 years ago, and I'm just now getting used to this. And she smiled and nodded, and she did not say what happened. And I was talking to a lady at the park just yesterday who, uh, I don't know what I was saying, but I was like, yeah, I haven't done it since I was burned or whatever. And she did not once say, how did that happen? So I was thinking, like, what is the difference? Because I wouldn't ask, but I don't know what the difference is. Maybe it's cultural. I don't know. And I'm being sincere, not trying to be ugly. What's the difference in that? Hey, hey, May May, I like that name. This lash looks all cray cray. And Stephanie, you'll get out. Living with lupus keeps you inside a lot for sure. And really, I'm staying inside a lot. I'm putting myself out here in front of, I don't know how many people online, but then it's like I don't want to go out to, you know, out in the world. You got it, Stephanie. Y'all know if you say it looks good, it doesn't matter because I'm a bit of a perfectionist. And clearly the hairs are askew. I don't like it. I'm not gonna mess with it, but I don't like it. I'm not gonna mess with it, I say, as I get this out, as I get a spoolie out. So I just want to get out in the world. I want to go to Sephora really badly, but I feel like it's gonna be like a you know what show. I go in, buy makeup and all the I can just I'm picturing the way that goes down. You know, I'm really, really picturing the way that whole thing goes down. I know. Keld says go. Mitzi says she'll stay on the phone with me. Like I can FaceTime and she'll stay on the phone with me while I go. I'm sure y'all would go. I could turn on a live stream and go, but you know, I gotta be able to do it eventually by myself, but it is a lot. I don't know why people it's reliving a trauma, you know, when you're telling the story. I didn't tell the whole story today. I didn't do the whole thing today. I mean, I did, but I didn't. I gave what I could give. I like this. Y'all, the e.l.f., the new classics, I've been using that palette 3 days. I got it for $14.99 on Amazon. Get after it. It's got light colors, it's got dark. You can really do stuff with things that doesn't have to be expensive. Let's draw a lip. I feel beat. I feel beat just thinking about it. You know, like I want to go to Ulta. I want to go to Target really, really, really badly. You 50, I'm 51. Hey, Crispy B. I know. I live in Atlanta. Yeah, because I kind of want to go like get like Sephora. I people I can take, but I don't want to take Rodman. I wouldn't want to take, you know, I think like girlfriend. I guess I could take. There's people I could ask to go, but I don't know. I'm kind of funny about it, you know. Going on 7. Go to stores. See, I've been to social events, but not stores. I can go to an event and be Burn Beauty. I can turn on the camera and be Burn Beauty. But like pack up and go to the Ulta and just be Tanya, that's a different thing. You know, that's a whole different ball game right there. Uh-huh. We got the red out. My bottom lip is real. I know, it will be fun. Everybody said, go beautiful. Well, you'd be there. I know you would. We were the same age for 3 weeks, and our children are the same age. Go break that. Go break it. All right, the middle, I'm using a NYX lip liner. I'll tag all my products. Follow my LTK. This is a NYX lip liner. I can't remember what the color is, and I can't see a lick. I think it's cherry red or. Well, we'll follow up on color. Isn't it crazy that I can look at something and not see it? Just be looking directly at it with contacts and not be able to read it. That's the darndest thing to me. It's this color red by NYX. It's obviously old because NYX lip liners are not this creamy anymore. You're 22. I like that. And this is the middle part of my lip. My top lip is just a piece of skin from my abdomen. It's not a lip at all. My lip is gone. It got removed. Um, and it had to be replaced because my mouth wouldn't close. So they made me a new one, but it doesn't have a cupid's bow. You know, it doesn't have a cupid's bow. So the Medusa piercing is my middle part. Oh, Carla said she hasn't had nails in years, but she's going tomorrow to imitate these. Get it. I don't know what color this is, but get it. Take a picture. My nail lady picked this color to me. And I was imitating Mitzi and Wanda. Beautiful pink color. So yeah, NYX lip liners are not this creamy anymore, so I know this is old. And I need them to be creamy so that I can literally draw my whole lip on, you know, and the skin here is bumpy, you know. So if it's not creamy, then it really makes it challenging to get anything that looks like a lip. The fun part is I can change the shape of my lip every day. Like some days I want like a round, kind of Lucille Ball kind of lip, like 50s kind of rounded lip. Some days I want pointy, some days I want not defined. I like that part. It's a lot easier to do with literally a blank canvas. It's not really overlining, it's just drawing, you know. Uh, we're not overlining nothing. We are drawing that bad boy. I love I love the red lip. I'm getting excited. Oh no. I have to be really careful not to look creepy when I put on a thing. Everybody got pink. Keisha was married with a child at 22. I was married with a child at 23. I was just barely 23 when I had him, when I had my son. Oh, you can draw, thin lips don't exist. You just draw them bigger, girl. Overline them, draw around where you need to. When you're overlining, uh, draw, it can look weird when I see people overline their whole mouth. I think you have to decide where you want to overline it, like at the top and the bottom, and then, you know what I mean? Like when you draw all the way around your mouth, that looks really weird to me. 33 with a 6-year-old daughter. Can't wear red? You can wear red. Everybody can wear red. We just think we can't. Look, I got this red tank top thing on and it won't even stay on. All I got to do is get the camera angled right so you can see my red lip and my red top, and maybe I'll put a jacket on or something. Happy Sunday. Oh, I feel beat. I feel exhausted. 3 lip injections. See, I can't get any Botox or anything now. Now, I never had Botox, but I did have Juvederm that was in my 30s. I was so self-conscious. I mean, there was no reason I did not need Juvederm, right? At 30 something. Thank you, Denise. But I had it, for the marionette lines and or the nasal right here. I wanted it really deep. And I had those filled one time. I only had it done one time. And everybody was like, we don't see a difference, right? Yeah, we can't. Everybody's like, we don't see any difference at all. And I thought it made the biggest difference in the world. I never had it done again. And I never got Botox. And after you get the skin grafts, they just flat out tell you, mm-mm, no. Every time I use, this is where I'm going wrong, is the little smudgy end. Um, After you get the skin grafts, they tell you no Botox because I think it would just float around underneath there, probably kill you. Pretty sure it would kill me. But it's not just me that's been told that. Everybody I know with the grafts has been told no, no injections. Yeah, they tell you. I think it's just pretty important to tell you. I don't think they really tell you until they realize you're kind of. I, at first, I don't think they mentioned it, but when they saw me coming back wearing makeup, it was like, no. But I think they should tell you anyway because Botox is used for more than just, cosmetic things, especially like sweating and stuff. So they need to be sure to tell everybody with grafts that. Right, Botox for migraines. And I think it can help with sweating. It can do a lot of stuff, but I can't have any. So I'm going to take my Ciate London watermelon and then I'm going to top it with my Patrick Top powder. Oh, I'm so excited. Here we go. Here we go. This is Ciate London watermelon dewy glossy blush. Dewy glossy blush. Ciate London. Ciate. Ciate. Dewy Glossy Blush. And I love it. It's got hyaluronic acid in it. And the hyaluronic acid just makes it absolutely glow. And it plumps up your, Lord have mercy, I better have some, plumps up your cheek. Oh, see, that was a lot. Stop there. That made like a big glob. It plumps up your cheeks while you're wearing it. So if you have fine lines or whatever you might have, this is going to be good for you. Gonna tap it on. Oh, my brush took my brush, my Morphe brush took my blush. My Morphe brush took my blush. It took my blush. So I'm going to use the liquid base coat. Might have to put more. Oh, my Morphe brush took my blush. Oh, you did a smoky eye the other day? I'm glad. I'm going to do more smoky eyes. It's my thing. Yesterday, I was messing it all up. Well, I wasn't messing it up. I had a lot of fun playing with it. I just go too high. Don't go too high. I actually corrected that smoky eye more after the live ended because I needed to film. So I actually took a lot more of it out and brought it back down. That's my biggest makeup thing, is going way too high. And it just happens when I'm talking. It's not that easy to do makeup and tell a story. Thank you, Holly. I'm gonna blend that a little with my big fluffy blush. The Ciate London, I'm telling y'all, oh, pomegranate is like the universal, amazing, fantastic shade. Watermelon is a little bit brighter, a little bit closer to the bubblegum pink that I love so much. And we are going to put some powder. We're going to put Patrick Ta on top. Hello, Mr. Ta. The blush is beautiful. Ciate London Dewy Glossy and Watermelon. I have got to check and see if they still make watermelon. I think they do. I think Mitzi got some recently. Didn't you, Mitzi? Do they still make watermelon? One color they stopped. Oh. Hello, Mr. Ta. And she's a doll. We'll blend it in. She's a doll, Patrick Ta. We're going to sit it. You said, I got to fill the lip in. Wanda's obsessed and I ain't filled it in yet. All right, now we're going to blend it. Oh, I get too much. I don't like my blush to get out here too much on the apple of my cheek. I like it to be back and high because it gives me a lifted look to my shaped face. Everybody's different, but to my really round face, it looks a lot more lifted when... Oh, they still... Thank you, Mitzi. I thought they made it. There's one color, I think they stopped making coconut or something. One color they stopped making and then they added another color. Watermelon is still made by Ciate London. Pomegranate and watermelon are your pink colors. Kind of taking some of it away. I don't want it to be too, you know. I don't like it in here. I think I have a whole thing about this area, and that's why I ended up getting the Juvederm there. I think I was 35 or 36 when I got that Juvederm. That is a pretty blush combo. Mr. Ta and Miss Ciate London. The color on my eyes is the New Classics by e.l.f. This is a $14 palette that's on my LTK and Amazon store. The New Classics, and it's these three colors. No, wait, this one, and that one. These two. And then the shimmer right on the lid. $14.99, and I've been using it for 3 days because it's got like, I'm a real neutral kind of shadow girl. I just like doing color when I'm playing around and stuff. Not playing, when I'm doing tutorials. And this palette is great. Click the links if you're over here. There's a link below for LTK. It's great if you go there and actually follow me too there. Or, and if you're not about that life, go to the Amazon store because I tagged it just the other day. It's definitely $14.99 on Amazon. I know for sure it's $14.99. I just got it a few days ago. The Patrick Ta blush is $38 at Sephora. Oh, we didn't get to 300,000, but we got close because I forgot to tell y'all today, so I'm going to let it go. I didn't give clear direction to tap. But the tapping always helps me and your favorite creators. Where is my lipstick? I want Gwen Stefani to come see me. Original recipe. Original recipe. Now, I feel like every time I want to use this lipstick, I take out a brush and then I end up using the tube. So I'm just going to go straight to it. Straight to the tube. Original recipe by Gwen Stefani. I can rub my lips together now. I couldn't do that before. There are bozos. You landed. Oh, what the hell? Where did I landed? In a world where we have better grammar than that and educations? Okay, snarky. Snarky. I will meet you at the same energy. Sometimes. Most of the times I will ignore you. Sometimes I will meet you. You don't want to do that. We'll get the moderators in. Because clearly there's only like 2 rude people on all of YouTube and they just showed up. Shame on you. Shame on you. Shame on you. Everything over here is a bot. All y'all guys are hanging in there. All those bots are running, saying ugly things. And then this person comes in with their messed up grammar, talking about where did I landed. Come get out of here. Do not approach me with that energy and not being intelligent. I will eat you alive. It's going down again. Karma is so real. You know, it's like, ooh, that's a really red lip. Let's see if I can get in here. Sometimes I can't get it to stick. You got to remember, my whole mouth has been like recreated. Y'all know what gets me if nothing else. It's like when I got my makeup on, it's almost done. And I'm like, ooh, that looks so cute. I love it. And then somebody like that guy comes along. Thank you, Unknown Beauty. Somebody like that bozo comes along and says something that always throws me off because I'm like, I see it differently now. And that's a good thing. I want y'all to know that you see things a lot differently. And you don't have to, it goes, I don't know how to describe it. Like at first I was like, oh my gosh, my face, it got replaced 2 times. You know, I got stared at in public. I'm not going out of the house. I stayed in 2.5 years. I know I've got makeup on here, but I'm cleaning my jewelry with micellar water. It's something, I think I just dripped the liquid. That's nice. But then it's just like I get confused. But it's a good thing that you come to a point where you get confused, where you're like, what are they possibly looking at? What is wrong with you? Because you start to see yourself. I'm the same person that I've been looking at for 51 years. That didn't change, you know? So you just It was hard at first to look at myself because I could see, it's so different. Everything is so different. But it gets so much easier. And then somebody like that comes along and you're like, what in the world? Sorry, Renata. Can we count it as a workout? When I saw you fly up in there and when I saw Kitty and you fly up over here, I was like, whoa, what is going on? Oh, crazy. And then over here, it's being held down is a lot. Isn't it something that just for me to sit down and do my makeup, so many people have to be answering questions and blocking trolls and, Nitzy and Kat and Kay and Trendsetter got their heads down, moderating over here, and then there's people over here, and that's so much. This is KC Cosmetics. The color is creamsicle, and it's a very, very, very light, simple highlight that I really, really like. KC Cosmetics. KC Collection. I'm sorry. KC Collection. Creamsicle. Mwah! Julian, we got to talk. See if you want to do the Burn Beauty show soon. KC Cosmetics. I'm finna take a day off. KC Cosmetics Creamsicle, just a light highlight on my nose because I'm always trying to make it look like it's more forward because I don't have nostrils, and the biggest joke is Michael Jackson. I don't know why people feel the need to be rude on the internet at all. It just seems like such a waste of energy. And like someone here just said, don't they know about karma? It's real. Karma is a mother. I guarantee you, I watch it. When you see that instant karma happen to somebody, have y'all ever seen that? You're like, saw that coming. Oh, pink. Oh, sorry. Fenty Beauty. What a brat. What a brat. What a brat highlighter. Yep, it's a lot. It's extra. Yes, it is. I only use it on my cheeks. You can actually use this. You going out for the night, use it as your blush. Do a lighter blush, and the What a Brat, especially fair skin. Oh, so pretty. I did wear this on the red carpet and to Live Fest, and people were coming to me from across the room. The other beauty influencer girls, I was so proud. They were like, girl. I was like, girl. Is Fenty? Oh, we got a whole army over here. Thank y'all, my YouTube family. Look, there's an army over there. Isn't that highlight pretty? What a brat. I'll put just a little here. There. We're going to call it a day. I got to put on a wig, call it a day. I'm almost on time today. Thank you. I got my look. I'll put on a jacket, and this will look a lot cuter. I'm using what am I using? e.l.f. Power Grip Setting Spray. This is the new one. It's available in my LTK shop. It is not available on Amazon. It is available in the TikTok shop. And is available directly from e.l.f. All of those places, really, you're buying it directly from e.l.f. Whether it's the TikTok shop or my LTK shop, you're buying it directly from e.l.f. We just link it. So when I talk about my shop, it'll be so cool. The lipstick is Original Recipe by Gwen Stefani. Gwen Stefani, Original Recipe. So her original red color. Her iconic red. Thank you, Jess. This will be in my LTK shop too. Y'all be sure, definitely that link that you've got there, follow that shop. It has grown so much this week because I did a piece, a collaboration with LTK on Instagram. It's on TikTok too, but TikTok doesn't distribute it, so nobody saw it. So on Instagram, isn't it pretty? You can get it. I have it linked, and it goes to my Amazon links, and I'd love it. It's wonderful. It's linked, and it's creamy. It's pretty. I used the lip pencil. I used is Cherry Red by NYX. Great liner, great liner, and then the original recipe Gwen Stefani lippy. It is pretty. I like to leave it matte like this. No smoke. No. It is definitely going down. So if you have the links to click for the LTK shop, please follow. I got to do this awesome piece. If you didn't see it, it's on all my platforms. I'm really proud of it. I made it and they posted it, and it's kind of me introducing myself to the community because I'm excited. I'm definitely excited to have an online platform. I've had an Amazon storefront for a long time. I have a TikTok shop showcase, but the LTK shop allows you to link things everywhere, and it doesn't cost y'all anything, but to be on it. But what's cool is that you can, like, if I had to buy this one thing from Amazon and this thing from Tarte and this thing from e.l.f., I can link it all in the same post, instead of like only being able to link the stuff I got from Amazon or whatever. And there's sales in there. I find so much stuff in there from other people, from the other ladies. They're posting deals. They're willing and dealing in there. That's where I found DH Gate. I get those Telfar bags. You know my Telfar bags are knockoffs, right? Mm-hmm. They're knockoffs. I've got them tagged in the LTK shop. They're knockoffs because, not because I didn't want to buy a Telfar bag, but because I can't get one. You know, I'm more than happy to buy it, but it's not available. Unless you want like a furry rainbow Uggs one or something. I don't want that. I want like a regular. I want like a bag like Rihanna and Oprah have. I don't want a collab. I want a Telfar. So I found DHgate when I got on there. When I got on the LTK platform, and I saw another girl, and she was like holding all these bags in a post, like all these bags. I was like, how in the world did you buy all those bags at one time? That's $100,000 worth of bags. They were all knockoffs. The only thing about the H Gate, y'all, is you got to know which seller, because one of them just completely messed me up. So when I link that stuff, I only link exactly the person that I bought it from, and that's important. Because there's a bunch of stuff that looks alike, kind of like Amazon, you know? LTK is in the App Store, and you can click the link and y'all can watch it. I can't believe I got like 100 followers this week. The amount of love, I got to flat iron this, the outpouring of love that the community showed me this week was amazing, you know? Next to what? Next to what cheer? Oh, that next video. I got to do something with my hair. Where's my thingy? Look at this. I done unplugged my hot comb. Lord have mercy, I done unplugged my ceramic hot comb and plugged up this wavy talk hot brush. I'll just use it. And didn't I have something else the other day? Wasn't I straightening my hair with something else? Oh, my hot comb isn't unplugged. My hot comb is plugged up. I've got this non-scald hot comb because, you know, I'm so scared of burning myself. And I don't like to burn myself. Now, I have this wand, a curling wand that I can totally use even without the glove. But like a flat iron just scares me for some reason. I got to do something about this. I washed it, never fixed it. What do y'all think? I think we did the makeup. Thank you, Nancy. Did we handle it? What do y'all think? I don't have like a cute outfit on. I needed a bright color. Thank you, Nancy. I need to wear a bright color for the piece I'm making. Thank you for the team bracelet. So I've got this silly red thing on, but this is not going to work. I cannot appear in content like this. I don't have a bright color. Everything is black. Ugh. Well, it's either like black or chartreuse. I'm either in complete darkness or chartreuse. I need something with a little more coverage because I want to create a piece, and I want to look really pulled together, and I need to be in a bright color, but I need like coverage. I don't need like all this going on. You like short hair on me? We're gonna straighten it out a little. Thank you all. What's 4 and 4? I didn't even do it today. What's 4 and 4? What's 4 plus 4? 8. Why? I can do that every day and never get tired. 8, 8, 8. 8. Thank you. I love doing that. We do that over here. Thank you, Wesley. Gosh, so many people, everybody who's watching today, thank you so much. You know your math. It's 8, no crumbs. Yeah, I got to make sure I know everybody's handles that wants to moderate and stuff. It looks like I'm going to be able to keep doing this, right? I was skeptical, like, can I really pull it off, streaming to all the different things? And because there's so much that's going to be said, so many, so much ugliness, so many trolls. I mean, can you keep it? Is it even doable? And it totally is. Y'all just let me know today that it's doable, right? We got this because I got everybody over here on TikTok is just hanging in there and doing all the things. And then when y'all jumped over here, that was awesome. Isn't this hot comb amazing? I am terrible at styling hair, right? But this hot comb makes it so I can just do my little bob. And you can use this on your natural hair, right? I got it from Love Me Hair, and it's in my LTK. These are like $40, and it's hot as goodness, but you can touch it. Oh, thank you, Charbert. Look, you can touch it, and that's turned up as hot as it goes. And when you run it through, it works so well. I have to use every tool I can because I'm so bad at styling hair. And I used to only wear synthetic wigs because I can't style them. So I would only buy synthetic, you know? Oh, definitely. Karama, everybody message me somehow so I can remember. It's hard when you get in there. Like with the usernames, like finding the people is not easy. I tried it before the show today. I was trying to find pretty gray hair, Denise. And yeah, this is a beautiful wig by Love Me Here. And I washed it with the wig shampoo that I tag from my Amazon store. I think it's called Absolute or something. They make it for synthetic and for human hair. And then the most important part is some argan oil by Cream of Nature. Same stuff I would use in my hair, but it's really lightweight. It adds so much shine. The Cream of Nature argan oil is the bomb. Use it in your wig and your hair, and it doesn't weigh your wig down. That is a blinding shiny wig, isn't it? That is blindingly shiny. You got this? Yeah, I love this wig. I think it's a 12, maybe it's a 10-inch middle part bob. I have the exact wig tagged also. They have different qualities of hair. Wanda strikes. The story hits you? Oh, that story about 2 kids and the grandma's reaction? Yeah. That was Easter Sunday, or maybe it was the day before Easter, where I went to the park and I saw these cute little kids, and they were showing me like their toy or book or something. And I spoke to them, and when I did, I looked up, and the grandma was just like, I mean, it was uglier than that. I was like, wow, because it's not like I mean, she saw me coming and I didn't creep up on her. I didn't do anything. I didn't invade space. We were at the park walking by each other. It was shocking. Sometimes I do get really shocked by people's reaction. It's just more than I can fathom sometimes. I'm gonna let y'all go in a minute, but the one thing I'll say is that the first time I traveled by myself last year, yeah, first time I traveled by myself last year, I was at the airport, like getting something to eat or something at the whatever, at the fast food place at the airport, and they were doing something, and like they were handing a drink, and they were giving me the guy beside me's drink, and I just looked at him. I made some kind of joke. I was like, "Huh?" I was like, "Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. They gave me your drink. Here it is." And I looked at him, and he had the same look. He went like that, like he thought I had something, or like what is it? I had never seen anything like that. I didn't really talk about that time because it's something I've just been kind of sitting with ever since it happened. Sometimes I just think about stuff, because it's like, what did he think was happening? What did he think? But he really looked at me like he was like gross. I don't think I'm gross, but maybe some people do, you know. Doesn't matter because I thought he was pretty gross. He was pretty yucky. I think I'm ready. All I got to do is put on a different shirt, and I'm ready to roll. I got to finish this a little bit, but what do y'all think? I like it. I'll tag all my products. It's hard to look at me. It's hard to look at me. Sabrina just said it's hard to look at me. Sabrina? No, I'm going to take Grady to the park and then I'm going to make some content. I've been filming a lot of content. I've got a lot going on because I'm doing the live streams and creating other content. And that's a lot. So I'm using the live stream to get ready, and I'm going to take Grady to the park right now. It's been raining all day, but I think it stopped. I'm going to take him to the park. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Oh, I like it with the hat, girl. I need to wear a hat. Did y'all see how good that looked with the hat? On TikTok, what? Oh, who said what? Oh, oh, yeah, oh, it was on TikTok. Mitzi got her. Mitzi or Kay or somebody got her. Don't worry. She got disappeared. She was on TikTok. It's funny. I don't know. People are going to say what they're going to say, aren't they? And we're just going to hold our head high because for a while I would put on my makeup and I would hold my head down. I would hold my head down, get in a wheelchair. My husband would push me and I'd hold my head down, even with a full face of makeup because I didn't want people to look at me. That's why I started wearing makeup again. I thought if I even out my skin tone, people wouldn't stare, which is obviously incorrect, but that's what I thought. So I would, put on all that makeup, hold my head down, and you just can't. I ended up in the house for 2.5 years because of that. And if you hold your head down, your crown falls off. So you got to hold your head up. I love y'all. I'm not still in a wheelchair. I'm in a wheelchair when I go to the airport or somewhere big. But I might be getting healthy enough not to do that. We'll see. So I'm going to go. I love y'all. Thank you all so much for everything you've done today. I will be off tomorrow. Over here, they ready to smoke somebody. Love y'all. All right. I'll be back Tuesday on all platforms. Tuesday live at 3 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Thank you, Scarlett. And I love y'all. Y'all were amazing today. All of you. Thank you, moderators. Thank you, Jay, and subscribers and everybody. I'm going to go to the park with Grady. And just remember, thank you. I'll post my look. Follow my LTK. Love you, Jay. I'll post all the things I use for my look on my LTK shop. And Just follow it. Y'all have got a link. I'll see you Tuesday live at 3 p.m. And remember that whatever you're going through, this too shall pass. Love y'all. Bye and thank you. Thank y'all so much. Y'all ride it, Dawn, for sure.